Hello, guys. It's your pontiff here. Hello, how are you? And today it's Sunday in America. Hello. Hello. And very quickly, we got Blue Shirt Buddha, $2. Sunday Night Live with the pontiff. Thank you so much, Blue Shirt Buddha. We love you, and we would love you to come on the show. You just let us know when you are ready, sir. Okie dokie. So today, guys, we're back on the show, and we're talking wristwatches. What's going on, guys? What is going on in the wristwatch world? That is the ultimate question. So, guys, if you want to come on the show, let's post a link. Let's post a link, and you can jump on and we can chat wristwatches. We got some interesting things that are coming up lately. Wristwatches for the punters. RD, £5. Salute to the pontiff. Thank you so much there for the salutation. Thank you so much there. Wristwatches. We love them. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing my Submariner subby. And I've got to tell you what, guys, I'm really keen to get a my Explorer 2 out of the safe. You know, when you've kept it away for a while, you want to wear something very interesting. So I'd like to do that, guys. What can I say there? Let me just say that. Oh, we've got Frozen Yukoner, $2 Canadian. Donation for Pontiff. Google Ads doesn't pay the bills. Thank you so much, Frozen Yukoner. Ice Road Truckers. That's the way to go, guys. Ice Road Truckers. Yes, indeed. I've got to tell you what, guys. The wristwatches. Jamie's in the comments. What's Jamie up to? Jamie. Hello, Jamie. Ron the Shrink. Come on, Ron. Come on to the show and let's discuss wristwatches. I would love to discuss the world of wristwatches. That's what I'd like to discuss with you. What wristwatch fantasies do you have there? Also, the Wizard. Hello, Green Room. How are you going, man?
I'm doing well, Archie. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Good.
Hey,
Hey.
tell me what's going on there. I had a bit of a fight with Dis.
Oh,
He's disrespectful. Just,
what happened?
I don't understand what his problem is. That dude. He's a bit of a lost cause. He's trying to get traction when he's kind of, how do I put it? He's a liability. We got the rancher. Rancher. Would I let the rancher on?
Yeah.
Rancher. We've got I like, you know who I like is that guy, Timepiece Fund. Timepiece
Yes.
Fund. He's quite an interesting dude. We got Doc BBW. Doc BBW. We got quite a few guests there. They would be lovely. James, remember James? James from Showcase Watches. And the bear. We love our bear. The bear. We don't hear from Marcelo anymore. No, he doesn't. He didn't like the advice. The advice was, it was difficult to handle. He didn't like a bit of tough love. He didn't like the tough love. The tough love can be a bit
Poor
hard
Marcelo.
to handle. Lolex, remember Lolex? He was fun to talk to.
Well, I talked with him the first stream that I joined. Remember that?
Yeah, he's a really
nice.
cool guy. Tell me what's going on. What's happening in your world there? You're
Today,
in
today is
lockdown? You in
day, yes, day 101, I think, of the strict lockdown.
Okay.
Cannot leave a 5-kilometer radius of my place of living. So
That's okay. Is there much
hey,
to
Archie,
do out in...
where is Saad gone? Saad hasn't been around for a little while.
Yeah, he's kind of look, it's a lot of these celebrity types here. They come and go. You know, they come on for a while, then they kind of they're busy, you know, or they get too important for the show. I did the tax yesterday. I got to pay a little bit.
Okay. So you went to your
pay
dad's.
a fair bit. Pay a bit.
You went to your dad's.
Yep, he did the tax for me. We'll have a fundraiser in a couple months' time. I need to find 20,000 for a tax bill. That's Aussie. Anyhow. But that's okay, because I didn't have the deduction. See, I'm not traveling. See, I used to travel to singers, honkers, bangers. No travel. But yeah, that's just how it goes. What's happening November? November, we opening up again.
I don't know. I don't really.
What's happening? We've got a fragrance guy, Ethan. Opening up again. The fragrance guy. Hey, man, what are you up to?
I don't know.
Wow.
We got a bit of back echo there. You got to turn the stream off if you're watching it in the background.
Oh, sorry. Let me turn it off.
Yeah, we've always got to explain that to everybody, don't we? Green room. So, oh, look at this. We've got a few super chats. Look at this. This is fantastic. PG, $5. When do you Aussies fight back against these lockdowns? Apparently, we're opening up in November. And Malik Diamond, $10. The travel videos. That's correct. So, Ethan, what are you up to, Ethan? Tell us what you're doing.
Well, I'm trying to just relax before the work week. You know, I have kind of a busy week, so.
So what country are you in?
I'm in Ohio.
Okay. Do you have the TV on in the background? What's that noise?
Let me get that. So, I have come to you to learn the nuances of broadcasting. That's what I'm here for.
So you've got a fragrance channel?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Ethan Live Fragrance Reviews. It's You
How
know,
does it compare to Mr. Smelly? He's my fragrance
Well-
man.
well, he's a lot more popular. I just started, but his
Why fragrances? Why fragrances?
Well, we all got into something during COVID to get us through the lockdowns, and I just found fragrances can really affect your mood. I mean, they can trigger the deepest parts of your brain.
What fragrance are you wearing at the moment?
Right now, I am wearing Tom Ford Oud Wood. This is the original. This is the 2007 gold label. You can't really get this.
It's quite valuable, that.
It is. It's about $600 if you want to try to find it.
Now, that's a rosy kind of fragrance, isn't it? It's got a bit of rose in it, that one.
It's got rosewood.
Rosewood, that's right.
Yeah, Brazilian rosewood.
And I'm wearing Cartier Declaration.
Yeah, Cartier, it's like the Playboy fragrance.
Yeah. I was wearing Jupe last week. What do you think of Jupe?
I think Jupe it's sort of got a novelty in that it's sort of an embarrassment to wear Jupe. So
Yeah.
I get that, but I would never wear Jupe.
Yeah.
But
What's wrong with Jupe?
Well, it's cheap. It's sort of like a TJ Maxx kind of a fragrance.
A what?
You guys have TJ Maxx there? TJ Maxx is like one of these stores where you go and you find stuff that they couldn't sell at other stores, so they send it there. It's cheaper.
Isn't cheap good? What's wrong with cheap? Why is cheap bad? I like cheap.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on what you want to put on your body. You want to put something classy. I know you like Terre de Hermes. I've got that. Now this one is still pretty cheap, but it's very good. It's very classy.
Do you prefer that to H24?
I haven't smelled that yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you a watchman as well?
I am. I mean, if you guys want, I just have a bunch of shitters, of course, but if you want to see them,
What's the best watch? What's the best watch? Just the best watch.
You want to see my watch collection?
No. I said, what's the best watch? I want to know the best watch.
I got a Seiko Cocktail Time, the brown one. It's a nice one.
That's the best.
That's my I haven't gone like past the $300 mark.
Timepiece Fund $2. Ethan, it's impolite to plug without $100 to AC3.
When I get the money, you will be the first one to get a sample. Trust me.
And showcase.
Real showcase watches to £1.80. Real men just smell of sweet leather and car oil.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. When I was in my 20s, I dated a lot. I never wore any fragrances, and I don't think it mattered. So I say, there's no reason to wear a fragrance. You don't need to. Just be clean. But unless you like it, and I like it for myself, it improves my mood. Like I'll show you one. This one right here, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. This one, it smells like a real grapefruit.
Yeah.
This one will make you feel happy. I swear. You get this one, smell it. You will feel happy.
Yes. Ethan, let me ask you, what do you think of all these mainstream fragrances like Bleu de Chanel and what's the other one?
Yeah, I love Bleu de Chanel. You can't go wrong with Bleu de Chanel.
That's expensive, Ethan. What do you do for a living?
What's the popular Dior fragrance? The really popular one.
Sauvage.
Sauvage, that's it. What do you think of that one?
That's expensive.
It smells good. I just can't bring myself to buy it. I have a sample, but it's. I don't like anything that's marketed too much. I don't.
Mainstream.
Yeah, I don't like all the commercials and everybody. Every time you go to the mall, they try to sell you Sauvage. They just assume you want Sauvage.
So would you say you're more of like a niche guy? You like the more obscure type stuff?
Sauvage is more like Rolex, I think he's saying. When it's kind of mass market, expensive, but mass market.
Right. So let's say you wanted to do like if that's the Rolex, so like the Lange would be the Parfums de Marly Sedley.
Yep.
So this is like the big brother of the blue fragrances. This one is intense. This one will last you all day.
So how much do you spray? What do you spray? When you spray it on you, how many squirts?
It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing Parfums de Marly, I go one. More than one, and you're going to piss people off. But if you do, say like Terre de Hermes, I would do 2 on the neck and then maybe 1 on the hand.
That's what about the chest? The chest. These bitches want to suck your chest hair off.
Yeah. Well, I don't really think about them too much. I mean, it's fine. They don't really care. I do it for myself. I want to smell it. I want to have my mood elevated. I honestly, girls are so fickle. I had a girl stand next to me one time, and she started having a coughing fit. And yeah. I guess she was her way of telling me I put too much cologne on. But I'm standing there thinking, well, you could just walk over there. There's no reason why you need to stand right next to me. But
Van Lux, $2.80. What do I think of Boyce 1920 Ethan?
I never heard of it. Sorry.
I never heard of it either, Van Lux. Sorry.
Like, are there any mainstream fragrances that you just can't stand?
Okay, let's go shopping. You know what? Let's go shopping. We've got Ethan on the panel. Let's go shopping. Can I show you where I shop? Let me show you where I shop, sunshine.
I've heard you.
Let me show you.
We're going to Chemist Warehouse. That's where we're going. Super chat, double super chat.
Oh, sorry. Just hang on. I got a technical glitch here. 1 minute. Just hang on, guys.
Can I just say, Archie, it is. This might sound, but it is an honor to be on here talking with you. You are the pontiff, not just
thank you.
The watch community.
Thank you so much for that. There, it's great to have you here. We like to have people who are realistic representation of America and the world. We don't want to be too snooty. We want to have good representation. I'm going to take you shopping, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff I buy. Okay. Because I don't like paying full retail. Full retail prices is not sexy. Full retail's for suckers. Retail is for suckers. You understand this? Totally. Suckers. Retail is for suckers. Just hang on, guys. I just got to slowly close a few windows. I got too many windows open. Just let me close a few windows. Just hang on. Just slow down. I'm running an XT. Do you know an XT? Here we go. Ron the Shrink, $2. Ethan looks like a guy who really savors. And we got SR Bell, $67, $2. AC3. Should I spray my nuts? Actually, know something seriously? I got to tell you something seriously. No bullshit. Why not? Spray. Yeah. The only thing is the high in alcohol, they sting a bit. Especially, I'm going manscaping. Are you into the manscaping as well?
No, I've actually, I'm offended by those commercials. They finally stopped.
The lawnmower commercials. Lawnmower. What the hell?
I don't know. They must have paid for a lot of ad space because for a while, that's all I was getting.
Maybe it's a girlfriend giving you a message.
I think it is they see me shopping for all this girly stuff, fragrances and whatnot, and buying shoes all the time and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, he probably wants to shave his balls too."
Ron the Shrink, $2. Ethan, do you enjoy smell of your own brand?
My own brand? Well, I don't have a fragrance brand yet, but I do have some creations I've kind of put together.
Okay, let's go. Let's do a little bit of shopping. Okay, we're just gonna share the screen. Just hang on, guys. I'm just trying to. Why isn't it? Okay, here we go. We're gonna go shopping. Australia, you understand? I want to take you shopping. So, firstly, guys, this is where I shop. Okay, I want to say this to you. I like to shop at discount places because price is everything. Service doesn't matter. Price is everything. Service doesn't matter. Watch and Pray, $2. Explain how saving $10,000 in retail is for suckers. It's not. I got to tell you, man, I love savings. That's why I'm shopping at Chemist Warehouse. I'm going to show you some of the stuff I buy. So we go to Hermes. Let me show you some of my Hermeses I've bought. Are you against men wearing ladies' fragrances?
Oh no, I have a couple myself.
Okay, so this is my Hermes de Terry. Look at this. Oh, that's okay. This is the one I've. Oh, what's this? That's the limited edition. I bought this. This was in store, $129, and this is the normal one, $119. Actually, they've had it cheaper than that. They've had it cheaper. I bought these ones for my wife, the Twilly. I've got the Twillies. I bought a Twilly before. Let me show you. I'll show you what I like to get is Cartier. I'll show you some Cartiers I've bought. Look at this. There is the declaration, $89. That's like, let me put that. That's about $60 American for 100 mil. What do you think of that?
2 super chats.
Well, let me ask you, are you familiar with Aventus and its clones?
Just hang on there.
Yes,
SR Bell,
I am.
$2. AC3. How many dingleberries do you have? And Ron the Shrink, $2. Ethan, have you ever farted in a water bottle and saved it? So tell me this. What do you think of that? What do you think? Green Room.
Yes.
$80 for declaration, 100 mil. What do you think of that? That's a bargain.
Well, I think maybe instead of buying it at retail, maybe you'd like to buy a sample of it from eBay or something, like a 2 milliliter sample.
No. This is good stuff. It's good stuff. So what brand were you bringing up? So if we type, what brand? Tell me a brand.
Well, I was just wondering if you ever tried Aventus. I know Green Room said
that's Greed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's many
Guess what?
clones.
Guess what? They've got it at Chemist Warehouse. Look at this.
$400.
Aventus for men, it's $400 Aussie. That's like $300 US.
And it's a
no at those prices. Let me just explain it. Sorry.
The old bottles are different. The old bottles are better than the brand new bottles. I understand. The older bottles at the beginning better.
Yeah, it's like the other wine. You know, it's like there's vintage.
They sell Creed.
The company,
look at this.
Creed,
there's not much of a discount, but is there? Look at this.
Creed swapped hands. Super chat.
There's not much of a discount there, is there? That's still expensive.
Just buy a sample of it and see if you like it or not.
You have to be really careful, and there's a few tricks, but you can find good deals on eBay.
Showcase watches. Here we go. Showcase watches. Here we go. £4.50. This dude will crumble like luxury to last sales if he receives hard cocking soul reading by AC3. Read Smelly Teddy's Bundy's Soul Arch. We want to see. Look, I'm trying to give him a bit of rope. We'll give him some rope, and then we'll see how it goes. Ron the Shrink, $2. Ethan, do you wear undergarments of your victims?
There's more up here. I think you may have missed a couple up above.
Okay, we missed a couple. No, we got those two. The SR Bella, I got those. Green Room, I got those two.
And Ron the Shrink, you got right.
Yeah, we got them.
Okay, good. Just
I got to tell you, unfortunately, I don't think there's a big enough discount. $40 off. Nah. I tell you what. YSL. Let's have a look at YSL. I'll show you what's special. See, they don't really. YSL doesn't discount much, do they? They got hardly any discounts. I want a discount. So there's nothing really. Look at that. There's nothing really. Paris. It's not really big discounts. Chanel. Let's see what's in Chanel. They don't discount. So
how much can you get a 50 ml bottle of the parfum for?
The Chanel de Bleu, you mean?
Yeah.
140 Aussie. That's like 110 US.
I got mine for $70. You just got to find these people who are, they bought it and then they regret it and they sell it on eBay.
Look, this is actually quite dear. Chanel stuff. I got to say something. See, this is why you don't buy Chanel. It's expensive. Look at this. This is dear. Oh, Coco Chanel. That's $200. Holy shit. See, I don't buy any of this.
So what do you
Allure.
think
I
about
like, my wife used to wear Allure. Shit, that's dear.
it?
Shit, that's dear. You know what? Let's go for dupe. Dupe. This is what I like. Dupe. Let's look at dupe. Look at this, $26. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, just look at it. It's like
What?
bright pink.
I love dupe.
Yeah.
What? Tell me, what's wrong with that? They
Well,
got a 200 mils. Look at this, $50, and I got the green dupe. What do you think of the green dupe?
it just looks really cheap. Like, here's one. This was $15. This is an oud, synthetic oud fragrance.
Synthetic? What brand is that?
It's called Black Dark Oud.
Super chat.
Dark black oud. But this is my cheapest
GB,
fragrance.
$2. It's mean, nasty, and vicious in the comments. Thank you. That's good. That's okay. What do you think, Green Room? See, what I would buy. Like, can I tell you what I would buy? Why don't you look
Yeah.
at Dunhill? Dunhill's got some amazing. I reckon that's a pretty good fragrance.
Look, I've never tried dupe. I've never tried Dunhill, so I really don't know what they smell like. Okay. As there's another super chat as
Yeah,
well.
Dunhill.
I'd like to see what
Dunhill
they are.
Desire Blue. That's what I go for. I got the red, the blue, the silver. I've tried Dunhill. Dunhill's pretty good. Bang per buck. I like a bit of bang per buck. Do you understand bang per buck?
You like the cheapies.
Edition.
I mean, there's so many different
edition.
smells out there. Sometimes you could buy a really expensive fragrance and dislike it, and then you can buy a $15 fragrance
But
and then
Dunhill's
really
not
like it.
cheap.
You know,
Dunhill's
I'm not saying it is. I'm
Dunhill's
just
not a
saying.
bad brand. And what else do I like? I tell you what else I like. Dunhill. I then got shit. What have I got there? I got Dunhill. I like the Jazz. YSL.
Are there going to be any
That's what-
more? Archie, are there going to be any more fragrance reviews on the Elite Luxury channel? Are you going to be inviting any more?
There's that
women?
Curios. Look at this. Speak of the Devil, $99. Curios.
That's not
what
the
you
right
wear.
one.
Body Curios. What's that?
No, you want the original Koros, the white
Okay.
bottle.
Dunhill.
I think
Super
Jazz is a very classic fragrance. It's a good one.
That's my smell, by the way. That is my smell. Jazz is my smell. Okay, that's what I love is jazz.
Yeah.
Ron the Shrink. Ethan, do you like Huey Lewis and the News?
Hey, I'm cool with American Psycho references. I mean,
Hey,
that's what I
Patrick
strive for.
Bateman. Patrick Bateman.
He's a winner, man. I mean, there's no.
Can you name the restaurants he used to go to? Where was he trying to get a table at?
What was it?
Everyone should know that.
I can almost name it. Yeah.
I got an
And
830 res
GB
at
$2. It's mean, nasty, and vicious in the comments. And SR Bell $675. AC3, help me. I just dropped a D juice and don't know how to get rid of the smell. And I got to say, Ron the Shrink $2. Ethan, do you like Huey Lewis and the News?
super chat.
Mobster $2. AC3 smells like fried chicken, chocolate, and leather.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
You know, well, that's not a terrible smell. I love fried chicken, don't you?
I just had
You know
fried
what?
chicken today.
I miss Popeyes. When I used to go to Hong Kong, they had a Popeyes at the airport.
Yeah.
That's a little indulgence I used to like is Popeyes. I had to fly to Hong Kong to get me my Popeyes and my cornbread. You know, they have that
yeah.
bread. I don't understand that floury bread. What the fuck that is for.
If you're ever in the Atlanta, Georgia airport, the best Popeyes in the world is in that airport.
Oh.
And that's not
Popeyes.
just me saying that. Anthony Bourdain says that.
Oh, you're joking. I love
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, he mentioned there's some, I don't know what they're doing different at the Atlanta, Georgia airport Popeyes, but I was once stuck in that airport all day and I just ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner there.
Popeyes for $3?
Yeah, because it was so good.
Shit. I
They
love
do
it, man.
They do it different in the South. I don't know.
Can you give me a fragrance? Give me a fragrance. I'm just trying to think of what else I want to get. What's a good fragrance I should try?
Well, I was gonna ask. I asked about Aventus because I feel
I
like you
used to
might.
like Dunhill Edition. Dunhill Edition. You
Yeah.
remember that?
Have you tried
Only
Dunhill
20.
Icon? This is a really good one. It's very unique, very peppery, fresh but peppery. It's got some synthetic oud. Yeah, I think you'd like that one.
Dunhill Edition. Look at this. We've got one for plastic. Here's one for plastic. Look. The Nightmare Before Christmas Eau de Parfum for plastic.
Super chat.
Here we go. Super chat. Ron the Shrink. Ethan is a good sport taking the ribbing. Good guy. And give me another perfume. Give me another fragrance, man. I tell you what.
Well, if you tried Club de Nuit Intense, I feel like you would like that.
What about David Beckham fragrances? Do you ever like those?
I just can't get in this tub. I can't get into things that have these major figures in the commercial. I don't know. It turns me off. I don't know.
Yes, Club de Nuit. It's a Ventus clone, right? And there's quite a few of them, such as Mont Blanc Explorer, I think, and there's quite a few.
Mont Blanc. Who wears Mont Blanc? You wear Mont Blanc?
No, but Tim Wright wears Mont Blanc.
You know what?
I like Mont Blanc.
The point, I think the point is that
this is what you need right here.
Chat.
Guerlain Vetiver. This is one of the oldest fragrance houses in Paris. It's classic. People.
What's it called? Put it up again.
Famous designers have said this is really the only fragrance a man needs. It's similar to Terre de Hermes, but it's more citrus. They're more fresh.
Malik Diamond, $10. What is Ethan's first big boy watch? What should I buy the lady for a night fragrance? I tell you what I would do, sweetie. You know what? I reckon those CKs are a bargain. Calvin Klein, CK. They're very cheap. Look, $30. Just give her one of these. That's what I would do. It's nice, easy. CK used to be expensive. You remember that?
You can just pick it up at Chemist Warehouse. Bottle for a 200 milliliter bottle for $30.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying I'm agreeing with you that it is cheap now as it used to be.
It was dear, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, can I tell you what watch? Like, if I do end up spending thousands of dollars on a watch, which I'm not really that kind of guy, to be honest, but get
a Rolex. Get a Rolex.
From watching your videos, I think I should get a Rolex. But I like the IWC Portugueser with the black.
It's a great watch. That's a beautiful watch.
I just love the look of it.
Ethan's signature fragrance is Mace.
So you've got Creed Aventus, right? Which is like a really. How much are they asking on Chemist Warehouse?
$400.
Creed Aventus is kind of like a $400.
$400. But Club de Nuit Intense, that's like what, $50. I've got a bottle of it. It smells virtually the same.
It does.
Perhaps some differences here and there, but it's virtually the same thing for $50 instead of $400.
It's got that peppery, smoky note, which
I've got a bottle of it somewhere.
To be honest, there'd be worse. I mean, kind of a mace note wouldn't be too bad.
Paul Salesius, $5. Ethan drinks the best Polish vodka. Chopin, respect. Yes, man. I saw that behind there. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Yeah, that is the best.
I'm a bit of a Grey Goose fan. You know, Grey Goose.
Sure, it's a classic.
Yeah, do you prefer Chopin to Grey Goose?
Well, all I can tell you is Chopin with ice. You take a sip and you decide not to put a mixer in it. That's how good it is.
Wow. Showcase watches, £4.50. I used to have a sex life of a sailor on leave with no fragrance other than soap and shampoo. Modern men stink like a Bangkok brothel these days.
That's true. You know what? I used to never. I had a girl bought me some Curve back when I was younger, and I never wore it. And I bought some Curve, Armani Curve. I never really wore that in my 20s.
I used to wear Dracar Noir. Remember Dracar Noir?
Yeah, Dracar Noir.
Wow.
Yeah, Dracanoia. I gotta tell you. David N, $2. Does Ethan sniff ladies' shoes? Only luxury shoes, thank you. Luxury shoes.
I might sniff a shoe once in a while.
I gotta be honest with you. Fragrances, life is too short to stink.
Well, you know what? There's an Elizabeth Taylor quote. Life is too short to face a day without perfume. I mean, she said that, you know.
Wow, that's a great quote to have there. What else would you try from Chemist Warehouse? Let's have a look at their bargains. What's their fragrance bargains? I want to see what their bargains are. Look at this. David Beckham. Oh, they've also got what I really like. Look at this. What do you think of this? Hey, look at this. VB long neck. How's that for a fragrance?
What does it
Tell me
smell
this.
like? Because I see this at the shop. What does it smell like?
What does it smell like? I think it smell like
a redneck changing a tire or something.
I mean, is it meant to smell like the beer itself, or does it smell like something completely different?
I don't know how you honestly think that would be a cool move to smell like VB. Can you honestly? You smell drunk. You smell. You pull over
like
for
an alcoholic.
Excuse me, sir. Blow in the bag. Okay. What have you been drinking? It's VB spray. Eau de VB. Eau de. I mean, what the fuck were they thinking?
You can trick people into thinking that you're drunk when you're actually not. Is that the whole point of it?
I mean, between you and me, don't you think that is absolutely stupid? Some of these Calvin Kleins are very good bang per buck.
Maybe the whole point of it is that you're not meant to buy it.
What about Obsession? Half price, $32.
There you go.
Oh, look at this here. Giorgio Armani C. That's expensive.
What about
David
Cool
Beckham?
Water?
$12. Look at this.
Cool
$12.
Water, yeah.
Oh, what do you think of this? Davidoff Cool Water.
Cool Water.
That's $26.
Yeah.
That's pretty good bang, isn't it? That's not rubbish, is it?
Well, here's the thing, though. With that Cool Water type, if you overspray that, it is nauseating.
Okay, we've got one for Tommy. Tommy, the legend super chatter. Tommy for men, $30.
No.
That's not expensive, is it?
Well, the thing is, for $30, you can get a classic. You know,
look, Burberry's coming in. What do you think of Britney Spears has got her own perfume? Did you know that?
Super chat.
SR Bell 67 $2 AC3. Have you ever gone a gummer? Actually, I have. It's incredible. Incredible. That's all I can say. Incredible.
Archie, do you mind if I have a cigarette? I don't want to disrespect.
Oh, no, of course not. Please. Just blow the smoke away from me if you don't mind, okay? Because otherwise, green room, is that okay? It's not too bad. The smoke's going up to you.
You're okay, man?
I'll be okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So smoking, see, that's all that beautiful flavor in your fragrances. You've lost it by smoking. You know this?
Well, I only smoke the finest European tobacco.
What's a good tobacco fragrance? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I got the best. There is the best. Where is it? Where is the best? Oh, shoot. I got so many now, it's hard to find them. This is the best tobacco fragrance right here. Herod. You can pick this up for about $200.
I mean,
I don't know what to say there.
Do you ever get fatigued having so many bottles? You get a bit of decision fatigue every day when you want to you choose.
That's what happened was I started getting into fragrances because somebody I know was into essential oils, and just to be kind, I bought an account and started getting essential oils, and then I started getting into fragrances. And next thing you know, I'm spending hundreds of dollars. So I thought, well, let me start a YouTube channel and I'll just talk about these fragrances.
Who is Sushi Mango? Who is Sushi Mango?
I've had that bottle, actually, I think.
Yeah. What is it?
It's like a really green fragrance. Super chat.
What is green as a fragrance? I don't understand this. What is green as a fragrance?
Well, green as a fragrance, it's...
Green doesn't have any smell, does it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know, you ever go out in the morning with the dew on the leaves?
Yeah, it's more like a. What are some good
Minty,
examples? Polo green is a good example.
like a urinal. Minty.
Now,
Green
if you want a urinal
SR Bell 67.
smell,
$5 AC. Would you let Bear take his dentures out and give you a gummer for 20,000? No, I wouldn't. Jeez. Bear doesn't have dentures, does he? Does Bear have dentures? Who said this?
It seems like I'm bringing out the vulgarity and
Fat guy from Jersey that likes chicken, $2. Ethan, need a hitman to whack a guy in Brisbane.
I know where that picture's from.
It's from The Sopranos.
Yep.
Vito.
Are you guys gonna see the new Sopranos movie coming out?
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta tell you seriously, there's some I don't know what to say. By the way, they sometimes make mistakes in how they put these fragrances. Let me show you what they made a mistake on. In Cartier, see this here, Cartier Declaration, it's under women's. They put it under women's section. It's under women's. What the hell? It's under women's.
That's why it's the Playboy fragrance. Women like those kind of girly fragrances.
No. This is a men's fragrance. It's not a. This was never. Declaration is a men's fragrance.
Right, but it's.
And they put it under. Someone wrote a review for this thing. What did they say? Let's have a look what they said. Customer also view only one rating. Where's the reviews?
It's got a lot of work.
Oh, they say just. Yeah, well, anyhow, I'm just saying that's a men's fragrance. It's not a women's fragrance. It's men's. But steampunk. Steampunk. Look at the steampunk bottle. Steampunk. Okie dokie. There we go. Yeah, that's how it goes there, man. This is the fragrance capital of Brisbane. Fragrance capital. Where do you shop, Green Room, for fragrances?
Chemist Warehouse and eBay. Mostly eBay, actually.
I gotta check out this Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, this is in Australia. It's like a discount.
Wow.
This is the number one. Chemist Warehouse is actually the biggest seller of fragrances in Australia because people want a discount. I don't want to pay department store prices. Do you want to pay Macy's?
You go to Myer, places like Myer and David Jones. Very expensive, isn't it?
That's where you go to sample it, and then when you've got then you go and get it at Chemist Warehouse.
Exactly.
I don't like the layout of the screen. It's like walking into Walmart. It looks like.
Yeah. Showcase watches £1.80. My wife is more masculine than today's panel. Ooh, that's a bit nasty. That's a bit nasty. I gotta tell you guys, it is pretty damn tough to decide what wrist watches you would pick. It is pretty tough there. What else would I pick? Who else is good for discount? Do you ever go to Terry White Chemist? No, they're not as cheap as Chemist Warehouse.
No, I don't really have one near me.
You've got a Chemist Warehouse near you, Bart?
No, but you can order from their online store. Free shipping on any over $50.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, Savron shops from the left of the last victims. Shops from the flat of his last victims. Okie dokie. Okay, so look, guys, I got to tell you, these are very interesting times there. Let's just do a bit more shopping. Let's go and see my good friend at Vintage Watch Co. Let's go and have a look. There. Let's just see what's come up on their website today. Let's see what's for sale. Oh, have a look at this. There, Green Room. We've got a Sea Dweller 43, $24,000 Aussie. Shit.
Yeah.
They're expensive. I like the California Pams. What do you think of that?
No, I just prefer a normal Pam to that.
You know what I'd buy if I was just getting a watch? I just started in watches and I wanted something decent. I reckon that IWC Flieger isn't terrible.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that's a very common. It's a very common pilot watch.
Yeah.
But it's just look. I think it's got it doesn't have an in-house movement, but it's just a very common. You see a lot of people buy this. It's a pilot watch. It's got a date chronograph. It's just simple, but it's still it's a Swiss IW. It's an IWC. Look at that. So that's about $4,500 US, 4,000 low fours.
Now, Archie, I know you used to say IWC was soft. Is it still soft?
No, well, it is. It is. Of course, it's soft, but I'm saying Rolex is so dear. Showcase. Would you rather get the IWC or the Tudor there? Sorry, green room.
Oh, the IWC or the what? Sorry,
the tuner.
As in the Black Bay. Sorry,
yeah, the Black Bay Burgundy.
The chat's blocking the full screen. I'd rather have the Black Bay Burgundy.
Okay.
But because I just there's a lot going on in that IWC dial. If it was the Mark IV IWC or the Mark V, the more simple one, probably pick that. The 3-hander with the date, I think.
Would you go for a 36 mil and a date? See.
Well, I already have sort of
between you and me. Wouldn't you be better off having a more newer one in steel? Wouldn't that be cooler than the two-tone one you've got? No.
Well, I picked it because I love the dial. That's why I love it. I don't really love the.
Okay.
I don't dislike the white Roman dial, but
yeah, no. I understand. Let's have a look what he's got in Rolex. Rolex is in short supply. Let's just have a look. He's got a Sea Dweller. He's got a James Cameron. James Cameron's cheaper than the Sea Dweller. Shit.
The thing with the James, that's weird. With the James Cameron, I think that's one of the nicest dials out of the whole modern Rolex range.
Yes.
I think the dial's beautiful.
Yes. It is a big chunky monkey, 44 mils.
You know, it's just so big. Wouldn't that be amazing if they had that dial for the normal size Submariner? Wouldn't that be amazing? It'll never happen.
Interestingly enough, he has no sub. Oh, he's got a two-tone sub for sale. Only sub for sale is a two-tone and a vintage. Okay. There's not a lot of subs there, is there? No, he's got a Sea Dweller. Shit. I'd probably go for the James Cameron over the Sea Dweller 43. What do you think?
That is really.
No.
Me?
Yeah. It's box papers.
I think that's a really good price.
It's a good looking watch.
Yeah, 2016. That's about okay. Yeah, but that's a nice watch, isn't it?
Super chats.
I got to tell you, Sirocco sales $5. So just to clarify, Green Watches, what watches do you actually have? Well, Green Room has got a Datejust, a vintage 1972 two-tone Datejust he got from overseas, and he's looking
What's the
at
reference
getting
number?
1603, isn't it?
1600, but it's a good memory you've got.
Oh, it's a 1600.
Yeah. Super chat.
Okay.
Round Buckley dial.
Yep. And we've also got Jono, $2. Ethan, show the cocktail time. Great value.
I can go get it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Go and get it. I got to tell you, Green Room.
Yeah.
He's in. There's nothing. Okay, so that's that done. Who else do we look at? Luxuria. Do you want to go to Luxuria? Let's go shopping there.
Super chat.
SR Bell, $1.99, $2. AC3 Rolex modified the Deep Sea a few years ago. They did. They kind of made it thinner. They streamlined the case a bit. Let's having a look here. This Parmigiani. Would you buy any of this Parmigiani bullshit? Actually, look, the Reverso. What do you think of the Tribute?
I like
Duo Tribute Moon, 14 grand.
You know what? I've put together a fantasy watch collection mainly based on watching your videos, and Reverso would definitely be one of them.
I got to tell you, I think that's a bit high, isn't it? 14,000. What do you think? Green room. Would you stretch to this?
No, I probably wouldn't. I'm not really familiar with the proper prices for that model, but I like the way it looks, put simply.
Yeah.
I don't
like
mind
this.
the blue
Look
strap.
at this. He's got a... Have you seen the
What's he got in
Rolex?
Rolex? That's what we're all asking. What does he have in Rolex? That's what everyone wants to know.
Okay, just look at this. Look at this Deep Sea. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Deep Sea. It's a retro
Well, I saw
vintage.
that one. It's cool.
You don't like
for
it?
that price? That price, my God.
Is that the right
Archie,
strap? I don't know if that's the right strap.
Archie, stop everything. We've got Dis in chat stating that you've betrayed him. Any response? I like that box.
Where's Dis? I can't even see him.
You betrayed Dis.
No, he's just an asshole. To be completely honest with you, Dis, you're just an asshole. I let you come on my show, and you know what? You can fuck off because you're just a waste of space. That's all you are. You came on here. You thought, yeah, he's just a dick. He's just a dick. You know that? He's just a dick.
He's got a little something.
He's got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing.
There's a certain quality in not caring, and he's got that.
I like the box. Okay, let's go and have a look. More importantly, let's have a look here at Rolex at Luxuria. He's got a Milgauss.
That
what
Explorer
else is there?
39 mil. That's not a bad price, right? Or isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah, I think that's actually quite fair. To be completely honest with you, I think it's fair. I like the... Oh shit, they're expensive. Two-tone sub, 23 grand. Far out. Everything's so dear, isn't it? A Pepsi,
Look, Arch,
31.6. 31.6. Holy shit!
Listen, Arch, everyone in the chat, they're going crazy. They want Dis on. They want, to give Dis the right of reply. What do you think?
Sure, you can put him there.
I'll
post the link for you, Dis. Jump on and yeah, he's just a waste of space, that guy. $31,500 for a Pepsi. Holy
I'd rather have a root
shit.
beer for that price.
Yeah. You look at the ladies' pieces. Look at these ladies. They're expensive as well, aren't they? Oh, the whole market's gone crazy.
Tell you what's going crazy.
This
chat room, they're going crazy for Dis, Arch. They're going crazy for him.
Okay, well, I posted the link. Where's he going to jump on, or he's not going to jump on? I don't know what he's doing. Who else do you look at? Tell me this. Do you ever go the watch gallery?
In Melbourne.
This is not Shawnee. This is.
They've got such similar names in Melbourne. It's kind of
now
funny,
look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
No, that's just the website. So this here's some IWCs. We're talking about the IWCs.
Yeah, I think I prefer that over a Tudor.
Which one? Which one would you go for?
Right.
He's got a top line.
Top right. I like the more simple. Super chat.
Ah, yes, that's beautiful. That is actually that. I reckon all of them are pretty nice. Baron von Mueller, Arch, Zenith, Pand, Espada,
this chat room.
Harrington and Co. Thoughts, 4,500. Zenith, Espada. Holy shit! We'll go and have a look at Harrington's in a minute. I like Harrington. He's a nice guy, actually.
Arch, the chat room is absolutely going wild for this. I've never seen this ever before.
Well, I've posted the link. Is he coming on or he's not? I don't know what the hell that loser's doing. I posted the link. Is he coming on? Maybe because I blocked him. Would that stop him coming on if I blocked him? I'll have to unblock him.
He's in the chat.
No, he's not because I blocked his account.
I can see his name in the chat.
That's from before. You can see it, but no one else can.
No, but when I type in at this, I can see his name in the chat. When you go to tag someone in your comment, he's in here.
Okay. Producer Mark has just joined the stream. Hello, Producer Mark.
Okay, he'll have to do.
Hey, Archie. Hey, Archie. I'm the most
Hey.
interesting guy on here today, Archie. Look at me.
Okay, I've unblocked him. He should be able to come on now. Who's this guy
Hey,
here?
Archie. How you doing, man?
Hey.
You guys want to see my cocktail time?
Yeah, let's have a look at this piece of garbage.
It's a good
It's
looking
about as
watch.
bad as your camera. It's about as bad as your camera. You know this?
You know, I got the best camera at Best Buy. I just took the guy's word for it.
Okay, that's not. It's actually quite nice. The Seiko's nice, but man, you got to up your watch game, man. You got to understand, man.
Well, you know what? I wish that I had, instead of buying all this crap, I wish I would just, because for the same money, I could have got a decent
beautiful
watch.
Rolex.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Hey, I know about audio and video, Archie. Look, I don't. It's not a problem if I have the video on at the same time, is it?
Yeah, we can
No
do
problem,
that.
man. No problem, man.
Okay.
Green room. Do you like my new look?
Green room.
Say, green room. Do you like my new look, man? I've lost the cap.
You've lost the cap. What cap's this?
I'm not wearing the cap anymore, man. It's lost in my headphones.
Okay. I'm just having a look at this Zenith. Zenith Espada. Where is this Zenith Espada?
Yeah, sorry, I had a call.
That's okay.
What was that?
Zenith Espada. Oh, shit.
Guys, this is not jumping on. He's not jumping on.
Doesn't matter. You got me now. It's no problem.
Yeah, I've got producer Mark.
He can fake off. You know that? I had enough of that deadbeat loser. He can just go. What do you think of this Espada? Espada.
I don't like it.
I don't like it
Pretty
either.
Cool, man.
$4,500.
Cool watch, man. Cool watch.
Looks like the watches in those kiosks in the mall.
Yeah. Absolute Ball, $2. Is that shaving cream on the shelves behind you? I don't know.
Me?
I got nothing special about this watch here. Nah, I'm not a great fan of it. It's expensive, man. That's not. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say there. Is there anything good here? Let's have a look. What's nice and interesting? He sometimes has some pieces. This just shows you how desperate things are. There's not much. Look at this. Seiko is $1,250. Seiko UFO. My God, that's expensive. Shit, look at this stuff here. Who buys? I never even understood why anyone would. The JLC. Everything's dear. You know what? The whole watch collecting community, it's kind of so expensive. Sirocco sales, $10. To boot that clown, producer Mark, not green room. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, producer Mark. Goodbye. Gone. Super chat.
I'm flattered nobody requested I get kicked off there.
$5. Arch, what are your thoughts on the vintage Omegas in general? Too small. A lot of them are really small. And you know what? Oh my God. There are nothing sort of watch. So what do you do, Ethan? What do you do for a quid?
Well, I have a small business. I also teach part-time, and
what do you do in your small business?
I clean. You know how people have air ducts. I don't know how it is in Australia, but here everybody has air ducts, a furnace in the basement. Yeah. So I clean the air ducts. It's you know, you're talking.
Charge for that?
It goes. I start at $250 and it goes about to $1,000. But
shit, how dusty is that?
It is pretty dusty. It was pretty dusty.
You do it yourself,
Luckily,
or you got staff?
well, I've got people to help me, but it's hard to find somebody because there's a lot of figuring things out as you go. So it's hard to find somebody that can really put that, you
How many
know,
hours does it take to clean their air ducts?
about 3 hours.
And you charge about $250?
That's where I start. So it's generally probably average about 400.
Okay. Are they happy with that?
The customers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, they can clean it themselves.
Sometimes I tell them that. So,
Are they
I'll be
argue
happy
with
to
the
do
price?
it.
What do they say?
What's that?
They argue
know what?
on the price?
No. You know what's funny? I met a successful businessman and I was talking to him about, I wanted to make more money. He said, why don't you just charge more? And that's what I did. And it's funny because I never heard anything about it. People just pay whatever you charge. I mean, to a limit, but
Yeah.
People are happy to pay it, and I think it's partly because myself and the people I hire, we present fairly well, and we're not. I don't want to get derogatory, but some of the competition, it's not much competition,
So how do you get your customers? Tell me this.
Well, I currently spend $0 in advertising, but I have in the past. What happens is, as you get out there in the internet, your internet presence gains momentum. And now I just found out from a customer Friday that we're being recommended in the rich section of town in their little Facebook group. So that's the kind of thing that happens,
And how much do you charge rich people?
Well, if you have a big house, you're going to pay more. I just did a job over there. It was $700 for pretty, 32 vents, decent size house.
32 vents?
Yeah.
How dirty is rich people's dust compared to poor people?
I found one petrified rat, which I showed to the customer in a little evidence baggie. I presented it to her. So they're always happy to get rid of the dead rodents, I found bats, find all kinds of stuff.
So do you crawl in the vents? How do you clean these vents?
You just cut a hole into what's called the mains that come off the furnace. And I have a big machine. It's like a, $4,000 machine. But to be honest, that's more for the looks. You just wheel that in. The customer sees that. They're impressed. But honestly, I just cut a hole and get in there with the shop vac and suck it all out.
A shop vac.
Yeah. I mean, I do use the machine, but I bought the whole equipment. But honestly, there's no substitute for just a little elbow grease. Get in there and just get in there and get it out of there. It's simplistic.
How many jobs a week do you do?
I only do like 2 or 3 at most because I have my other 2 jobs.
What's your other 2 jobs?
So I teach. We have the high school equivalency programs here. So
what subjects do you teach?
I teach basically just basic high school subjects: math, social studies, science.
You're a teacher.
Yeah, I just do it for fun. I like doing it. It's the highlight of my week.
You got a teaching qualification?
No. The only qualification to teach GED is you have to be able to handle troublesome type people, people who couldn't make it through high school. So they come to get their GED, and you have to be able to, teach people who don't necessarily want to be taught, people who never really enjoyed school. But I'm good at that.
How much do you earn for that?
Well, that, it doesn't pay that well. I make about maybe $500 a week from that.
That's bloody good. And what's the other job? You said you got a third job. What's the other job you do?
Well, so are you guys familiar with the CARES Act in America?
The what?
The CARES Act they passed. There's trillions of dollars for COVID relief.
Okay, go on. So what do you do then?
So I don't know what they do in Australia, but our government is pumping out trillions of dollars to basically so people don't get kicked out of their house. So I work for a major charity, and what I do is I talk to the clients and to the landlords and put a case together so that they don't kick out the tenant. And basically, we pay like their year's worth of their rent, and they just get, the landlord gets the money, and the tenant gets to stay in their apartment, and all they have to do is say they were affected by COVID, and it's free money basically. So I do
Okay.
that.
So how much do you make a year?
I don't know. That's a good question. I never really figured it out.
Do you pay taxes?
Of course.
Well, how much did you earn last year then?
Well, I get a lot of my jobs paid in cash. I tend to offer the customer a slight discount if they pay in cash. So
Sure, I understand. So tell me this, you're doing pretty well. Why don't you buy a Rolex for yourself? A Rolex and a Corvette.
It's
Why
time.
don't you get a Rolex and a Corvette?
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't think I'm doing quite that well, but
You got a paid off home?
No. I've had home, but I had a duplex for a little while, but I've got sort of some hard luck stories. I lost my
Hard luck. What the hell went wrong? Tell me this. What the hell went wrong?
Just me. I had a duplex at 23, and
Yes.
I had a good mentality. I was going to rent it out and stuff, but what I ended up doing is rent it out to my friends, and what happens, they don't want to pay you rent, they don't want to help you work on stuff, and then it turns into just kind of a drag. And then I had a girl living with me for a while, and then when we broke up, I just didn't want to stay there anymore.
PG $5 as an accountant. Stop talking. Let me just say this to you, man. So do you own your own home you're in now, or you're renting?
I'm renting, but guess how much I pay for rent?
How much?
Just take a wild guess. What do you think about
$500 a month?
Damn close. I pay $530. I'm in a building that was built in 1897. It's got 9-foot tall ceilings. It's got
how much does it cost to buy? Can you buy an apartment there or not? They're not for sale.
You can get like a condo or something.
So you sold the duplex. How much did you sell your duplex for?
No, I didn't sell it.
You still own it?
No, I just left.
Were you renting? Who owned the duplex then?
Well, I owned it, but
so who owns it now?
The city just claimed it. And see, if you walk away from a mortgage, the city will just take your house if you just walk away from it. So you gotta understand, this is when I was in my 20s. I didn't really know anything. I just was sick.
How much is that duplex worth now? Hello?
Well, it's gone now. This is a long time.
How much was it worth?
Oh, it's probably like 30 grand. It was it was a fixer-upper.
Snuffs film set cleaner, absolute bore, $2. I'm just going to take a quick toilet break. Green room, can you interrogate this guy a bit further?
Yeah.
No more tax stuff, though. Listen to that one guy.
Look, I've got all these bottles that I blind bought of cologne, and my question is, should I sell them on eBay individually, or should I just sell them as a big collection, all for one price?
I've thought about that too, because I have about 50, but I don't know. I mean, then you got to find that one person that wants to buy a bunch of bottles of specific fragrances. I don't know. I think you're better off. It's kind of like parting out an old car. You're going to get more if you can get the parts off of it than just selling an old car, But I would probably just sell them individually.
Okay. Thoughts on Jean-Paul Gaultier?
I just don't like it. I think it's too commercial. It's too kind of candy smelling. It's got kind of a neat mint in it. I like, but it's
Yep.
I don't know, it's just it's too youthful smelling for me.
What's your most hated mainstream fragrance? That's dislike. We don't have to use the word hate. Just something you dislike.
Well, let's see. I really don't like Jimmy Choo fragrances. Yeah.
Okay, I know of that brand, but
Yeah, I can't warm up to a fragrance that sounds like Chinese food, you know. But
what's a good? Go on.
I was gonna say there's one. It's not really mainstream, but I'll show you my worst purchase. It's called Imaginary Authors. It comes in a cool package.
Cape Heartache. Now,
Cape Heartache,
I've actually smelt that fragrance. Actually, I had a little sample of it. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was fantastic.
Really? I love the
I
love the forest notes, but it's got this weird.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a little bit weird.
It's got this strawberry note that just like comes in and dominates. I hate that.
Yeah, I like the opening of it, but what's a good fragrance for like a beginner to get into? What's a good starter fragrance for someone that's getting into the hobby?
Well, I say the best fragrance to be your first fragrance would be Versace Pour Homme. Yeah, this is like just energetic, just like freshness personified, or this is the epitome of fresh. It's Alberto Marias, I think, is a perfumer, and he's like one of the top perfumers. He made Acqua di Gio. It's cheap and it's really good. It doesn't have great performance, but nobody is gonna say that smells bad.
I gotta tell you what smell do you wear when you've been crawling through a chimney all day? You got black soot all over you. What smell do you put on? Oud.
Well, I got a little story for that one. So I had this job where the lady, she had some weird smell in the vents, and we cleaned the vents, and I don't know what the smell was, but I had a little sample bottle in my car of Parfums de Marly Carlisle. This stuff is a beast. So I just sprayed a little bit of this in her vent, and she was just reeling. She was just, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And it's kind of saved me that day because.
You sprayed that in the vent, and she loved it.
Oh, it's so strong too.
Do you ever date your customers in the vent?
I'll be back in 1 minute. There was one super chat.
Yeah, one super chat. Where's the super chat? Super chat. Here we go. Thomas G, £2. Dis. Thank you. So tell me this: have you ever dated any of your customers?
No.
Okay.
I haven't dated any of my students either.
Sorry, you haven't dated what?
I haven't dated any of my students either.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you have female students there?
Oh, yeah.
Any good?
In what terms?
Are they clever?
Good students? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a Chinese girl she's really smart, but she just has such a problem with the language, and unfortunately the GED test it's a lot of algebra and stuff in the math, but it's all word problems. Everything's presented as a word problem, so it's hard for anybody who's foreign. But
yes. So here we go. Absolute bore, $2. You sprayed on her vent. Yes, he sprayed into the vents. Let me just ask you this. What made you get into this vent cleaning business? How did you think of this idea? And I got to tell you something, man. What you should have said to your friends is, you pay the rent or I'll break your fucking legs. That's what you say to people who are behind in the rent.
Yeah, there was eventually.
Man, you haven't got enough asshole in you. You realize this?
Oh, no, I do. Trust me. Can you
get that house back? Can you get that townhouse back? How much did you lose by abandoning it?
I'll tell you, the problem is I shouldn't have bought the house in the first place. I only bought the house because the girl I was seeing liked the house. I really wanted a different house, but I talked myself into buying this house. But,
Yeah, but
you know, I had
you
to
can't
learn
just walk
to
away from it. How much down did you put into the house?
I don't know. I was paying like $150 a month in the mortgage. So
You would
I
have
was there.
shut your credit by walking out on it. You would have
Yeah.
shut your credit. You
No,
know this,
yeah,
Ethan, or not?
I went through a bankruptcy. This is a long time ago.
Okay, so now how rich are you now? You have money now, don't you, or not?
Well, I'm getting there, but I'm not. You know, I'm doing okay.
You got $100,000, haven't you?
No.
50,000?
Well, maybe in the same way that you calculate your millionaire status, possibly. Yeah.
If I count all those oods behind us there, maybe.
Yeah, right. There's a couple thousand right there. Yeah.
But seriously, what do you hope to do with your life? You're getting old. You're losing your looks. Okay.
Sure. I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to get serious with this business and stop messing around teaching, even though I love teaching. I love all this other stuff that doesn't pay. But if I was smart, I would just
doesn't pay. What doesn't pay? Like what?
My other two jobs, the teaching and the
but you said you earn $500 a week. That's pretty decent. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but I make $500 a day with air duct cleaning. So, but I only do it a couple times a week.
But have you got customers? Are you turning customers away?
No, what I'll do is I'll just schedule them weeks in advance and stuff. I have to work around my schedule, you know.
SR Bell, $67, $5. AC3, what smells worse, the juice that you dropped or Bear's nutsack? Thank you, SR Bell. Thank you so much for that there. I'd say the juice. Okay, but you could become very rich. You've got some great enterprises. Maybe you've got to find the right girl. That Chinese girl sounds perfect. She sounds really bright.
I
Maybe
know.
That's what you need. I
haven't met the girl that inspired me to marriage yet, so I'm waiting for that. But I think you're right. Yeah, right now I like my kind of lifestyle. My schedule is easy. It's hard for me because to be honest, I don't love.
How old are you? 35, aren't you? 35?
No, I'm 38. Just turned 38.
The Pine Barren, $20. Arch, I had a conversation with an Uber driver last week. People are becoming Uber drivers for hookups. Lots of one-night stands with women arriving to airports, college girls, etc. It's batshit crazy popular, evidently. Wowzers. Amazing. Fragrance dude, I gotta say, you got a couple good things. How much are you able to save each month? Tell me that.
Well, what I do is I have an automatic thing take $100 a week into savings. So that's what I'm doing right now. I could be saving more, but that's what I do. $100 a week. But I used to do stock market.
What else do you spend your money on? Can I ask you that?
I mean, food.
Yeah, but how much do you spend on food a week? You wouldn't spend more than $150 on food.
Yeah, I like to eat.
Do you have a fancy car?
No, I just drive the car I use for work. So a Ford Explorer.
What's that, the van?
No, it's a Ford Explorer.
How old?
02. I got it for $800. It was one of those little old lady specials, you know.
And okay,
I need you to sort out my situation for me, Archie, and tell me what I should. I already know I should just do my business full time and make lots of money, but I don't want to do that every day.
No, but I got to tell you, if you like the teaching, $500 a week is nothing to be sneezed at. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other jobs? You've got the teaching. What else you got?
Well, I've got the one that I do for the CARES Act.
How much do you get out of that?
It's about 300 or 400. It varies. It's the cool thing about that is I can do it anytime. Like I could clock in right now and be working. So, so it's kind of good. It's flexible.
You're making 75,000 a year. What's the problem?
I don't know if I would say it's that much. I haven't, I'm not really I don't really sit down and work it all out, but
well, it's not rocket science, sunshine. SR Bell 67 $2 AC. What the fuck is all the money? We're just trying to read his soul. Look, you're earning $500 a week. We're doing $500 a week for teaching, $500 a week for vent cleaning.
No,
okay, and we got about another $400 a week for this other thing, the COVID help payments there, right? So that's about $1,400 a week. That's about $70,000 a year.
Is it? Oh, I feel a lot better now. Yeah.
But why don't you have anything to show for it then? I don't understand this. Why do you have absolutely nothing to show for?
What are you talking about? I got all these perfumes. I mean like a house.
Yes, an apartment, a house, a decent car, a van.
But when you think about it, I'm saving money by renting. I mean, the price.
Yeah, but what do you do with any money you're making? You're making $70,000 a year. What the fuck are you doing with your money? You don't have children. You don't have a wife. You don't have expensive watches. What the fuck do you spend your money on?
I like to go out.
It's a wake-up call. This is an intervention. I'm here to wake you up.
Super chat.
I appreciate it. Unlike these other guys.
Absolute ball, $2, man of the people. Look, you're making $70,000 a year. What's the problem? Where's the money go? Do you buy drugs?
No.
Do you buy booze? You do. I can see the booze behind you. How much do you spend on? You got to do up a budget. Do you have a budget? You got to work out a budget, man.
You guys. About every 6 months, I go and get a couple bottles, and you just caught me after doing that. So I got.
Okay, how much have you got in savings? Tell me this. How much is in your savings account?
I don't want to get real specific, but
a couple thousand.
Well, what? What did you say?
A couple $1,000.
A little more than that.
SR Bell 67 $2 AC3. Leave the guy alone, Jesus. Okay, and we've got Timepiece Fund $2. Ethan, wake up. Vent cleaning is a good business. Focus. Yeah. I tend to say, Ethan, maybe get a good chain. You see, you got a good swagger. He's actually a pretty reasonable looking guy. You got a good swagger. Get yourself a Chinese lady who can open a dry cleaning business. You do the vent cleaning, and off you go. Millionaires.
Can I say something that's a little controversial about that?
Yes.
I kind of feel like guys that get Asian women, I feel like it's like cheating in a way. I mean, American women are very hard to deal with. There's so much ego, and I get it. And you get these Asian women, they're already kind of trained to be a woman. But I feel like there's an art to training a woman, and that's what I aspire to be able to do.
You can't even train your own fucking life.
Well, I
got to be completely honest with you. Absolute bore, $2. Rifanol is cheaper in bulk, and once you see it, $2. Ethan is a very likeable guy. Just out of interest, Green Room, if we compare you to Ethan, you're a winner chicken dinner.
I don't want to.
You don't have that. You don't have the swagger. You don't have the swagger with the. Sorry,
I'm not really looking to get involved with.
You know what? I think Green Room seems like, he seems like a real winner. I mean, he seems like the kind of guy that's going to have $1 million by the time he's 40. Probably.
Yeah. You've lived a lot of life, Ethan. I must tell you, you've lived a lot of life. I mean, you're actually an interesting dude. Have you ever thought about becoming a country and western singer?
That could work.
Yeah, believe it or not, something like that.
Because you've got one heartbroken story after another.
Super
I don't
chat.
have a pickup truck or a dog though, but maybe one day.
Yeah. Okie dokie. I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to help him. I'm just trying to help this
You
poor
think a
guy
good
here.
watch would help me?
Thomas G, $2. Ethan is right about the women. And SR Bell, 67, $2. AC3, Ethan should replace Little Bear. Okay, thank you. I got to tell you something, guys. Seriously, ABC, this is like family politics. I got to say, Ethan, you're a nice guy. What I think you need to do is, Ethan, I don't think you're possibly working hard enough. You need to work 80 hours a week. How many hours a week do you work?
Well, okay, I do 11. I teach 3 classes a day, 2 days a week. And
Yeah.
I do duck jobs on Fridays and Saturdays. And all my other time I'm on the other job on the computer. So
The Pine Barren. Country music equals 3 chords and the truth.
Right.
So how many
Another
hours?
one. There's another
How
super
many
chat.
hours do you work a week?
Well, I guess let's see, 25 and then about 23 or 24. So that's about 50. And then if you count the air duct cleaning, maybe another 10, I don't know. So maybe about 60.
That's a
You're
lot more
working
hours
hard.
than me.
He's working hard. Tell you what, he's working hard. Absolute ball training unconscious women is not as easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta tell you, man, when you're gonna get a Rolex and then your life will fall into place.
You know what?
A Rolex.
I had an air duct job a few months ago. The guy sat in his living room and smoked a cigar the whole time, and he had a Rolex just laying around in one of his rooms. And I couldn't help myself. I picked it up and just kind of looked at it and felt the weight and stuff. And I wasn't that impressed. It was a Hulk, and I think it was a 40 mil Hulk. I don't know. I just don't.
Was he nice? Was he a nice guy?
Well, he was awesome. He was a cool dude. Yeah.
Do people give you tips?
Sometimes, once in a while, very rarely. But yeah.
How much do they tip?
I think probably the most I've gotten is like $20. But I think one time they gave $20 to me and $20 to my helper.
I see.
But it is a good business. It's not a glam.
How did you get into this? What made you get into this business?
Okay. So this business, I've had it. It's been legal for 10 years or over 10 years. In 2007, I started the business. So I was looking for a job in 2006. I found some ad in Craigslist. Yeah. So I worked for these guys. I don't like to throw around the word racist because I think it's overused. Yeah. But these guys I worked for, they were real racists. They were real fuckers, as you might say.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stand them. And I worked 3 jobs a day, which that's hard. I mean, 6 a.m. to sometimes 10 at night. For 6 days, I worked for these guys.
How much did they pay you?
They never paid me.
What?
Never paid me. No, they never paid me.
Why is that?
It was training, which I don't know if that's legal not to pay for training, but
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah. But
how long did you stay with them for?
For that week. So the thing what happened though is that kind of, I mean, if you worked your ass off for a week, you would probably feel some type of way about it, and that's how I felt. So it just lit a fire. So I bought all the same equipment they had, and I went out and started putting ads in the papers and stuff. And I just started doing the business because I did it. They trained me. I learned all the ins and outs of it. So I said, screw working for these guys. And I saw.
And did they ever come back to you and say, what the fuck are you done?
They went out of business. They went out of business. They were shysters. They would walk into a house with just the wife is at home. And the guy would say to us, he's like, I'm going to get $1,000 out of this woman. I bet I could have her fucked before her husband comes home. That's the kind of stuff they say. And nasty, just nasty guys. And they would tell people, oh, you got all this mold and, this is against health codes. This is a health code violation. We need to do this mold treatment. which it costs about $80 for a gallon. They'd sell $500 for a treatment. And I just thought, you know what, if these guys are making all this money being complete con artists, really, I think I could do a better job and just run my own business. So that's what I did.
Ethan, why don't you? Okay, fair enough. So, do you lose jobs because you're so booked in front? Do you lose jobs? People, oh no, I need someone this week.
Okay, yeah, occasionally. But I always try to push it out a little bit.
I think that's pretty amazing that you've actually, I got to tell you, that's enterprise. That's free enterprise, man. But you should be more successful. I want you to do better. I want you to buy a fucking Rolex. I want you to buy Rolex and say, winner, chicken dinner.
Well, you know what? I really wanted to have a good partner. Like I tried to get my cousin into it because I saw the vision, but thing is nobody wants to come into it, and they don't want to really put their skin in the game, as they say. It's hard.
Does Paddock have any say over what models a customer can buy? AD is trying to sell me a Calatrava, saying Paddock will look favorably for other better models. AD seems to make all allocation decisions as I see it. Look, the only time Paddock needs to approve it if it's a very, very expensive $500,000 sort of Paddock. And basically, what Paddock, I got to be honest with you, from what I can work out, because I've never bought new. I've always bought my Paddocks pre-owned, but basically they want to make sure it goes to someone who's not a pain in the ass, someone who understands mechanical watches, understands they're not quartz. They understand that it's how it works and they appreciate the brand. So to be completely honest with you, Pine Baron, I wouldn't be buying. I'd be buying on the pre-owned. I don't see there's much point in buying new. I think there's a lot better bargains in the pre-owned area. You get a lot better value for money. That's my own opinion. Now, some people like to buy new. Okay, if you're that way inclined, I understand. You're paying a massive price for that. I don't know, unless you spend. Let me tell you this: the actual figure. To get a Nautilus or an Aquanaut, you need to spend at least $500,000. Okay, so unless you're going to spend that much, you're fooling yourself. Okay, that's the honest truth. But when they say it puts you in good stead, they basically don't want to sell a double split or something really complicated to some idiot that doesn't know how to set it. If you buy a perpetual calendar chronograph and you change it at the wrong time, you'll fuck it up. And then it's got to be, it's just a disaster. They don't want it going to idiots. They want it to go to somebody who understands how it works. These are very complicated things. You change it at the wrong time, you can fuck it all. You got to do it. You got to follow the procedures. That's what they basically want to do there. Ethan, I got to tell you, man, you're a fucking good guy. I love you. You know what your problem is?
No.
You don't need, you're full of fucking excuses. Why do you need a partner? Forget having a partner. You know what I would do if I were you?
What my dad used to say.
Sorry?
That's what my dad always said when I was a kid.
Yeah, I just think for you, okay, what I would do is firstly, that old Explorer, let's be completely honest, you need a van, a nice van, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't say buy a new van, but a 5-year-old Hi-Ace, the Toyota, get Toyota, 5-year-old van,
Yeah.
2 vans would be good, okay? And what I would say is I'd say, right, we need a van, you got professional signage, you want business cards, you got to up your game a bit, man.
I know.
A lot of this stuff isn't going to cost a fortune. You need to up your game. If you've got customers you've done work for in the past, you need to have a sort of a database. You can email them out again. Specials. Right. We got the summer cleanup. We got this. You got to try and work your database, man.
Yeah.
You could do this yourself, man. You've got great. But the biggest problem is, let me tell you this, a lot of people can't get started. That's the biggest problem, is finding something that is a good business, you sound fairly confident, right? You sound like you know what you're doing. I got to be honest with you. I think the biggest problem with you is yourself. And what I would say is I'd say, okay, I'm going to get a nice fuck having a partner. You don't need a partner. You know what? You only get partners when you don't need a partner. It's like borrowing money from a bank. They lend money to people who don't need it.
Trust me, I learned that the hard way.
Okay. But what I would do is you get a nice van, you get your thing happening. Look, you can still do the teaching, right? Maybe, look, you've got to really focus on what you want to do.
Yeah.
I would seriously up your game a bit, man. You should be making, someone like you, I'll be honest with you, okay? Let me just say this politely. You got to look at it this way. When did you start work? What age did you start work? 17, 18, 20? Give me an age.
Around 17 or 18.
Okay. So you've spent the past 20 years, you've basically spent the last 20 years honing your skills. No. You've learned your skills. You've got a good couple of good things how to make some money, right?
Yeah.
So now you got to say, guess what? I'm no longer a fuckwit. I'm no longer going to take excuses. I'm going to lift my game. When I say lift your game, you should be making, there's no reason why you shouldn't be making 100 to 150,000 a year.
Okay.
And what you got to do is you got to say, right, when I'm making this money, I want to put money away, whether you put it into your 401k or you put it into shares or put it into savings. Realistically, by the time you're 50, you need to have a paid off apartment or a house, 2 or 3 vans, and you want to be having a Corvette and you're doing well, man. You want to have a nice squeeze. Man, you've got a lot of potential. I tell you what, I can't even get fucking Green Room started. He can't even get his fucking license. This guy's got, problems, right? In your case, you've got everything happening, man. Just fucking go out there and grab it. You want to get your database? Start. All you got to do is this. Small steps. For starters, let's get a nice newer van. We want a van. Okay. We want to get we want to keep things neat. You just got to lift your game a bit.
Let me ask you about the van. Do you think I should go get one cheap for cash, or do you think I should get one newer and make payments?
I would say you buy about a $15,000 van.
Super chat.
15,000, like a 3 or 4 to 5 year old van.
Okay.
So it's in between. It's not a new van, but it's not a piece of shit. I get Toyota. Always buy Toyota vans. Fuck these GMC vans. We're not the A team. Get a Toyota van.
What do you think about that Mercedes, that little van, the post office?
Garbage. Mercedes is garbage. Okay, all Mercedes vans are fucking garbage. They're made in Brazil. Okay, the factory's in Brazil or Mexico, and they're shit. Stick to Toyota. I'm sorry. This is the honest truth. Toyota. They're the best running vans. Get a good van. You want to have nice business cards. You want to start collecting email addresses. Every time you go to a job, you say, could you please put your email address on here? Then you do it. You got to have where your business is worth the money. It's the database of customers.
Yeah. I remember one time I was having a drink at a fancy bar, and I was chatting up this couple, and they ended up being they ended up working at some huge real estate company, and they asked me for a business card, and I didn't have any, and they just started dogging me because I didn't have any business cards, and they like totally threw my legitimacy out the window. But
it's good to have a business card. Have you got business cards now? I
do, yeah.
That's cool. Look, none of us, you're never going to be perfect, okay? Don't beat yourself up either, okay? These people could have been wankers as well. So look, just leave it. You can only do your best. You don't have to do everything perfect immediately. Just baby steps. Ryan's vlog live $2 AC. Please add up how many hours you work per week. Well, let me tell you this. I sort of wake up I'm in my room by 8 o'clock doing a bit of checking a few things. The show comes on at 9, 3 hours. So I probably stay in the room from 9 to 9. So it's about 12-hour days I do. Now, I check out other YouTube channels. I check out things. So, I kind of, you could say I work from 8 to 12 hours a day. It's probably about it. Okay.
It's a good work day.
Yeah, it's okay. SR Bell, $2. AC, when the fuck did you become I'm just trying to help this guy. He's got so much potential.
Trust me, I've been listening to what you've been telling, Dis and that other guy too, the Marcelo guy.
Well,
actually,
that Marcelo, let's be honest, Marcelo's he's got no idea. He's henpecked. He's got no game. The guy's got no game, right?
Well, that's one thing that I've steered clear of is I don't know. Once I realize that a girl is trying to just control me, I just kind of like I'm off of it. I don't want.
Look, you don't honestly. If I were you, concentrate on your business. I reckon the next 10 years you could become a millionaire. Look, put it this way: you make 100,000 a year by 10. That's $1 million. Okay, you invest a big chunk of it. You could do really, really well. RD, £5. Green room landscaping versus Ethan's vent cleaning services.
Yeah.
Now green room's got to get a fucking license and get a little pickup. Ethan, you need to lift your game. You don't need a partner. Believe you me, you don't want a partner. A partner will rip you off. Okay? What you want to do is, the maximum you want is 2 or 3 vans, and you control the crew, right?
Yeah, well, I need some good people.
Okay, well, but at the moment, you can do it yourself. You do it yourself until you've got enough customers, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Man, this is a great little business. It's not a glamorous business, but it's a good business. So I honestly think, man, you've got to look at it this way. You've spent the last 20 years. At the moment, financially, you're not that strong. Okay? But you got to look at it and say, for the last 20 years,
but I'm not good.
For the last 20 years, you've learned these skills. Now, the next 20 years, we're going to reap the money. We're out for the money.
Yeah. Well, maybe because
I'm not saying rip customers off. I didn't say rip customers off, but what I mean is, you want to do follow up. When you're doing a job for somebody, you can say to them, "Could I please have your email address?" and say, "Do you have anybody you could recommend me to do vent cleaning?"
Well, that's a good idea.
The other thing is, you could say to them is, every time you recommend a customer, has an instant $20 or $10. Make it a good prize. You say, "Hey, we got a special. If you recommend us to somebody and they go ahead with it, we give you a free pizza." Just go to a good pizza restaurant and say, "Guys, I want to do a promotion with you." They'll give you the pizza at say it's a $20 pizza. They'll give the pizzas to you for $15, and you say, "Here's a $20 pizza with a garlic bread." Some fucking deal that costs you $15, but you're saying this is a $25 pizza and garlic bread for free if you recommend me. You never know. This is what you do. You know where I get this idea from? It's that book I mentioned yesterday, How to Sell Anything to Anybody.
You know what?
Joe Garrity.
I want to get that book.
Because Joe Garrity, the reason he became the best salesman in America was he used to call them wood ducks. And every time somebody referred a lead, he'd pay them a fee, He'd never cheat them. He'd always pay the fee. And I think too, you're right. You want to do good work. You don't want to rip people off, but maybe have a mold service. Okay. Maybe don't charge them $500, but you can charge them $100 for mold cleaning, a special mold service, or work out some way you can have a nice smell through the vents. Maybe you could add some extra services to yourself. Do you understand?
I got you. Yeah.
And I would also do the pizza deal, something that gives someone incentive to get recommendations to you.
Right. Yeah. Well, I kind of envisioned my company as sort of a lifestyle type of company, because people, they eat organic food, they drink purified water, and I kind of advertise, you want to breathe good air too. I mean, so I try kind of go for the upper echelon of customers.
Okay.
And,
Well, you have to find out what they like. Maybe if they're upper echelon, you give something that is everybody likes something for free.
Right.
Super chat.
Super chat. I don't know. It could be gourmet pizza. I didn't say it had to be cheap, nasty pizza. You just work out maybe a coffee shop, maybe something that these racing 10 Archie diver wise, was blank pain better than Rolex in the 60s? No. Rolex was always king, because even though blank pain came out supposedly with their diver before the Submariner, you got to realize Rolex was always waterproof. Their oysters were basically waterproof from a very, very early age. So technically the Submariner came out after the blank pain 57s. Yes, that's true. However, Rolex has a long history of having waterproof from the bubble backs, the oyster case. Remember when they sponsored that lady Mercedes to swim the English Channel? It was a waterproof. So that's the reason why Rolex has a long history of waterproof wrist watches. And that's why Rolex is really the leader. They were always, the two big inventions for Rolex was waterproof and automatic. That is the two big things that Rolex did. Waterproof and automatic. That's the big selling point. So they were kind of ahead of the game. That's now, Ethan, man, you got a great, man, I reckon you got a good business. It's so hard. People look for years to find the right niche.
Yeah. It's kind of a fight business. You like Larry David, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of why I started it. In spite of
but think about it. That training they gave you was probably brilliant. It made it motivated you, because I got to tell you something. You're the sort of guy who likes to sit back and whine in your own misery. Okay, I can just tell you like to dine in your own misery, eat that shit sandwich, and it's all not your fault because you like to think you're a good guy. The reality is, you got to lift your game a bit. No more excuses. I'd get a nice van, get some nice equipment, and I would try my hardest. You should be making $150,000 a year.
I could. Yeah, I could.
And I tell you what you do. You buy a nice apartment, maybe buy a little shed, like a commercial premises. You could, man, you've got many potential. You're so lucky. I think it's actually, you've just got to fine tune it a bit. Dennis K, $2.80. AC3, how many hours per week do you go for walks? I try and walk for half an hour to an hour every day, as long as it's not raining.
That's so funny. I was just about to say I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but you beat me to it.
Hey, that's okay. Dennis, Toyota Mo. Here we go. How long do I? Okay, Toyota Mo, $2. Hey, Arch, busy today. Stop to say hello. Toyota Mo, what's the best van? The best van. I tell you what, you get a Toyota Hi-Ace.
Yeah, but in America, sometimes you get these customers and they like seeing that you drive an American car,
Toyota is America. They're made in America. A lot of these things are made in America.
Yeah, but it's not Ford and Chevy.
Sorry?
It's not Ford and Chevy, though,
But you've already told me you're in the upper neighborhoods, okay?
Mostly, yeah. But I don't know. I have a lot of kind of, very down to earth type of people, American Republican type people.
Yeah, get the Toyota. Toyota is the ultimate van to get. I'll just show you what you need to get. Here we go. Toyota van. Here we go. Toyota Hi-Ace. That's what you want. Nice wheels like that. And we got Ethan's vent services. Ethan's vent cleaning services. Look at this. What's wrong with that? Toyota Hi-Ace USA. What's that?
I've never even seen one of those. driving around.
But this is what you buy. You buy a van. You got to get a van, man. You get a van.
Well, I've had vans. Yeah.
Toyota is the best van. Toyota USA. Let's bring this thing up. I want to show you. Get a van. You want to get a van. Trucks, SUVs, and hybrids. Select a vehicle. Okay, let's select a vehicle for you. We're going to go. Look at this. I'm going to select a vehicle for you. Okay, no fucking around here anymore. We're going to get the Toyota van for you. I would love a Toyota van. RD, 5 pounds. Bit of watch talk. Thoughts on the 5531R? Absolutely amazing. I'll just show him the van, then we'll get back to watch talk. Trucks, cars and minivans, trucks, SUVs.
It might be in minivans.
Look at their vans. Where are their vans, man?
Check out the minivans.
Where's the vans? Where are the vans?
Oh,
I mean a van, commercial. Commercial.
Yeah.
We want trucks, crossover and SUV, hybrid. What the fuck? Don't you have vans in America?
oh yeah.
Where are your vans? Where are the vans?
Sometimes they have a separate part of the company that does like commercial vehicles, though.
Toyota vans. We're going to look at vans. Vans is what you want. Vans. We want a van for you. Utes and vans. So what you want to do is get a van. A van. That's what we want for you. A Hi8. Don't you have?
I don't know. I mean, I've never had a customer like, give me a problem when I show up in my Ford Explorer, but yeah, I mean, it would be more professional.
You need a van. Sirocco sales $5. Ethan save rent and live in the work van. I don't think that's a good idea. Absolute ball $2. Ethan van fundraiser. Thank you so much there. I got to tell you, man, you just got to get a van. You want to get a van. That's what you want. And a van. It's a commercial, Toyota commercial vehicles.
Yeah.
That's what we want. Toyota commercial vehicles. Toyota commercial vehicles USA. Toyota commercial vehicles USA. Let's have a look here. What do we got here? Toyota fleet homepage. That's what we want. Toyota. What the fuck have they got here? Where's the fleet? Where's the vans, man? Fuck, I want the vans, man. I want the vans. Where's the vans?
I'll be right back.
Select a vehicle. Where the fuck are these vans?
Just chill out, man.
Where the fuck are the vans, man? The vans. Don't they have vans in America? I want a white van, a high-ace van.
Joe Biden outlawed them. Super chat.
Super chat. Horology Caesar, 15 Singapore dollars. Morning Arch. Favorite configuration of the 5170. Let's bring up this baby now. Let's bring this baby up. Paddock. There was another Paddock. 5531R. This is an incredible watch. It's a grand complication. Rose gold. Khaleesi dial. Minute repeater. Absolutely amazing. $500,000. You know what? This is just a to die for watch. It's absolutely it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Super chat.
There's nothing more you can say to it than that. The Pine Barren. Arch. No Toyota work vans in USA. Emissions. Fuck. Okie dokie. Fuck. Okay. Well, look. You know what? Just get a van. Okay. What would you? If you can't get a Toyota van, what would you get?
I've had 2 Chevys. I've had a Ford Econoline. I've had a Astro van.
Far out, man. I just think you need to get a good van. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's so hard to get a van. Nice van.
People, they don't want you to have vans here.
They're racist.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I think this white gold 5170 looks amazing. Okay, you could go for the platinum with the blue, but you know what? I just love simple white with the white gold. Just that is elegance in the, you know, that's just gorgeous watch. It's a gorgeous watch. The yellow gold, that's all. This is actually a rose gold. Sorry, rose gold with that's beautiful. Look, I think they're all gorgeous. I personally I like the white. I like the white. That's just what I like.
I like the simplicity of it.
Lolex, how are you, man?
What's going on?
Man, I need your help quick. What vans do you have in America? They've got a guy here trying to give advice to. There's no Toyota vans. Pine Barren, $5. Arch, no Toyota work vans in USA. Emissions. What the fuck?
So
I don't understand that.
A work van, then, right? Chevy.
They don't have-
Chevy
Oh.
only makes work vans.
Yeah, Chevy or
Okay.
Ford.
Yeah, the white, like the white vans. The work.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. White
Yeah,
van. That's right.
Yeah, you get a Chevy or a Ford.
Okay.
The proverbial shady white van.
Yeah, you get a Chevy van.
Okay. There we go. Chevy white van. Yeah, I reckon this guy here could be a winner chicken dinner. You know, this guy is a winner. I think Ethan has got a lot of potential. Ford Transit van. That was a very famous van. You know, the Ford Transit van.
Those are nice. They're kind of dumb looking, but they're good on gas.
But I want you to build a database. You want to build a database of all your customers, then you can email them.
That was an idea that a guy who worked for me had, and we did it. It's my fault. I didn't keep doing it, but that is a good idea.
But I think you got to have some promotions. If someone refers a lead to you, give them a pizza or something like that. Some sort of value, okay?
Yeah. Well,
don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. If they give you a lead, you give them the reward, okay?
What I was doing, I was giving the person they referred a 10% discount. So then it's like you're giving a gift, kind of.
Yeah, but I think it's better to give like a pizza or something like that. 10% is too much, okay? And
Give out some dupe.
I think also
Yeah, give them a
you're
little.
better
juice.
off to give them like a
dupe.
meal, something that they would. Timely, I got Timely coming on. Hey, Timely, how are you going, man?
Good stuff. Hey guys.
Timely, I got a perfect business for you. Vent cleaning.
Vent cleaning.
This is a winner chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Do we have that in Sydney?
Sure.
Vent cleaning? I suppose you're not quite the same because we don't really have the cold. Like we don't have chimneys in that. See?
Do you guys have the furnace in the basement, or is it?
No, we don't have furnaces.
We don't have furnaces.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Got air
Yeah.
conditioning.
Sirocco Sales, $5. A service business with no database. Absolutely. What the fuck? These are millionaires. Look what they're saying. A service business with no database. Seriously, what the fuck?
I know.
This is what they're saying. Man, these guys are giving you advice. This is.
I think I needed to hear it from you guys because, like, the guy who worked for me, I'm just like, all right, whatever. But it's different hearing it from you guys.
Yeah. Here we go. Pine Barren, $5. 5205 versus Lange 1815 annual calendar. I'd go for the paddock. Let's just call that paddock 5205. That's the most beautiful modern paddock. 5205. Let's just bring her up on the screen here. It's got the little eyes. Look at that, man. That is winner.
Doesn't
White
Jay
gold
have
and
this?
blue. Look at the rose gold version. It's just sexy. They also did it in the gray, which was that's white gold. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I gotta tell you.
Bring up the Lange as well, just for comparison.
Yes, the Lange.
Just so we can see.
Yeah. I tell you what, man. The Lange is amazing. Just calling that up now. Lange 1815 annual calendar. This is winner chicken dinner. Da-da-da-da. It's beautiful. I still think the 5205 is a smidgen more beautiful.
No, you got to go
It's mine.
paddock when you're spending this kind of money.
Mind you, these are
it's a
cheaper on
tough
the
one, isn't it?
second-hand market. On the secondary market, these are actually
You
cheaper.
get a better deal.
Yeah. But you work out what exactly you want to go to.
Well, quintessential dress watch paddock.
Exactly.
So.
It's yeah, it's all very good. I just wanted to see, man, we've got to do the van business. You got to get the van. You got to do, man, I seriously think you could explode in this.
Archie, can I ask you a watch question?
Sure.
Is there one watch that you would trade your whole collection for?
Good question. Would
That's
I
a
trade
great
my
question.
whole collection for one watch?
Well,
I got to be honest with you. I just got some
it's a tough one.
snacks coming into my room now. Thank you. Snacks. I got my morning tea. You know what? I would honestly trade my watch collection for. It's not fancy wancy shit. It's just a simple one and done. I think that's what you need. For you, Ethan, a Submariner. A Submariner. Just a simple Rolex in steel. That's it. One Rolex steel. That is all any man really needs. And a good van. And a white van. RD, £5. What happened with Rolex's Rolex that got scratched? He managed to get a Batgirl out of it. He got a Batgirl. Very, very amazing.
Yeah, very lucky. I had the wizard to talk me through it. And same with Tim. I had no idea to even ask for that. I was just going to get my money back, but I made it work.
Well,
absolutely,
I'll tell you,
incredible.
I'm thinking about quitting one of my jobs and focusing more on the
which one?
Probably the CARES Act job, because they want to make me do a COVID test every week anyway, and I'm kind of sick of that kind of thing. So, yeah, I might quit that.
I think the teaching is a good thing because you like to do the teaching. It's always rewarding.
Yeah.
And you can recruit the people who fail the course. You can give them a job doing vent cleaning.
I've thought about it. Trust me, I have thought about that. So far, I haven't broken that seal, but I don't know if I should do that or not. But yeah, there's a couple that would be good workers for sure.
Archie, what are you eating?
Pancake.
You just eat a pancake raw? You don't put syrup on it or anything?
I'm on a diet.
Okay.
I'm on a diet. You know this?
Okay.
I haven't been losing the pounds. I've been gaining a bit. COVID eating.
Did you really? Did you gain weight during COVID?
100%.
Oof.
Everyone did. Come on.
Yeah, everybody did.
I've been in lockdown. I can't go anywhere. Only place I walk to is the fridge.
You guys are so
and it's hard to move more and eat less when the only place you can really walk to is where the food is.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Rolex, all you need is a Rolex. Is a one and done. Steel Sports. That's all you need. One Rolex. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Timely. Isn't that what's all you want? You dream of his grail would be one Rolex.
Who doesn't have a Rolex here? Nice.
I've got one,
Ethan
but it's
doesn't have a Rolex.
I have a watch.
Timely.
Do have a watch that looks like a Rolex.
Well, what's your collection look like, Ethan? What do you have?
It's all garbage.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's a good looking collection though. But Archie didn't want to look at it, but I do have it. You know, maybe some other time or something. But I have
it's
two
just
boxes.
Garbage. It was the best one he had was Seiko's.
Yeah. This is the best one I've got right here.
What is it?
It's a Seiko Cocktail Time. It's the brown one.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a good looking watch. I don't see. I haven't gotten I haven't dived into the movements and all that stuff. You know.
Yeah,
I understand that. We've got to help this guy build his business. Would you ever start a small business, Timely?
Before all this COVID rubbish happened, I was thinking about it, but it's just easier right now to work for a larger company. They absorb most of the issues and
you've
so
got a
forth. You still
management
get paid.
position. You got a management position. They got super coming in. You're on good money.
Yeah, everything's taken care of. I mean, you don't have as much freedom as you would if it's your own business, but at the same time, when disaster
You can
strikes, you
switch off when you walk out the door.
That's it. Phone goes off. Get in the car. See you later.
SR Bell $672 AC. Where has Butt Pirate Mark G been? Well, he's left because Bear doesn't like him. That's the reason. Bear doesn't like him. Bear doesn't like him. That's the reason. Tell me this. What do you think of Ethan's? I think it's inspiring to do vent cleaning. I reckon that's a great business, Timely. What do you think?
If there's the market for it, yeah, it's great. I don't know too much in Australia, though.
Well, this is. I think he seems
few and far between for Sydney, for example. But
yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I got into it. There's no dominant business doing this, so
yeah,
there's room to become.
It's different in the States, though. Like, I mean, just from TV that we get here, everyone's got furnace, everyone's got, like you're saying, everything, in the basement and blah blah blah. Right? We don't have any of that here. It's different. So I mean, in America, yeah, 100%.
Well,
here in Australia, maybe not as much.
HVAC is a huge business here, and the only problem with HVAC is there's a lot of liability. So what I do, there's hardly any liability. There's not a lot of costs for me, so it's pretty nice. It's almost all profit.
That's good.
How often do you need to? How often should somebody be cleaning the pipes?
Depends. If you've got, I did a job once for a guy who actually had a team of sled dogs that he just let roam around the house. He was a very old, I think he had dementia. He was very rich. He was about 70 something. He had a 20-year-old girlfriend, and he had a bunch of sled dogs walking around the house, and there's hair wall to wall. So that guy needs to get his ducts cleaned maybe twice a year.
Super chat.
What area are you from? Like, what state?
Ohio.
Okay,
Sirocco sales $5. There's aircon filter cleaning business here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the same, but aircon cleaning isn't really the same sort of scale.
Super chat.
An RD £5. What would your one Patek, one AP, one Rolex collection be?
Ooh,
that's a good question.
Super chat.
I reckon you'd want a sub as your Rolex, Steel Sport sub, because that's just such a cool thing. A World Time as a Patek, and as an AP,
Royal Oak.
I'd like the 15500. Yeah, man, that'd be super.
That's their one-trick pony, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon that's what I would sort of say there. Racing R, $10. Archie Spacewise, why Rolex didn't make it to the moon, although there are pictures of Alan Shepard using one GMT on Apollo 14. Was Omega a superior? I don't think it's superior package. You've got to remember as well, Rolexes just no one really gave a shit then. Rolex was not concentrating on the Daytonas and the Cosmographs. You got to remember NASA and this was all pipe dream fantasy too, sponsorship things and that were very different then as well. There was no guarantee this shit would work.
NASA had a budget, and you're not looking at what's the absolute best you can get. You're looking for what's the absolute best I can get that I can afford that fits budget. Yeah, and remember all the
Daytona wasn't a popular watch. The Daytona wasn't a popular watch anyhow. But you know what? It's just how the cards were dealt. It wasn't so much that Rolex had a big tie-in to Pan Am. Pan Am, that was their big tie-in. The moon thing, I think, look, NASA did its own thing, and that was perfectly okay. You can't always win.
Made it to the moon.
Why do you want Rolex to have all all the awards. You don't want Rolex to have all the awards.
What about
you know?
what about Bulova? Didn't they have a moon watch?
Yeah, but they're not a
Yeah, they
luxury
made it
brand.
moon.
We don't talk about them. They had that
This
stupid
was a
fucking
sneaky.
that tuning fork thing.
Actually, yeah, the Lunar Pilot.
Thomas G, $5. 15400 looks better than the 15500. Seconds hand looks like iPhone SIM card opening device. I think they're
and
both
a very
pretty
handsome
cool. I don't.
picture there, Thomas.
Yes, Thomas. How are you going, Timely? Tell me what's happening with you. What's going on in your world?
Good. We're coming to the end of what seems to be lockdown at the moment. So on the 11th, we get some of our freedoms back. And then I think the next date
That's
was
the
the
11th
end
of
of
October?
November. Yeah. So 11th of this month, we get some of our freedoms back. We can go back to, like, I think the gyms open up, personal training, etc., things like that. And then at the beginning or end of November, there's another one. And then it must be a beginning in November. And then December 1st, there's another one again, if we seem to be on the downtrends. At the moment, we've gone from, I think it was around 1,200 or 1,300 cases down to around 600 something at the moment. So we're starting to get a bit of freedoms back. It seems to be a good thing. A bit less nervousness around, etc. But I mean, compared to the rest of the world, we've got nothing really to worry about, let's be honest. Yeah, everything's good. Work's steady. Having a bit of fun. Just got a haircut. It's a home job, but doesn't look too bad. The missus did a pretty good job. Yeah.
That sounds
Just come on,
fantastic,
thought I'd say
man.
hi.
You got Purcells on. Those are nice glasses.
Yeah. I got them a
How
while
much
back.
were they?
The 639s. I got them for, I think, $300, $400, something like that. Can't remember. I got them years ago. Yeah, all right.
Timely, did you watch the grand final?
No, I missed it. I was on with some mates.
Are you a Penrith fan?
Not really. Dragon supporter mainly, but I was backing the Panthers for the win for this one. Sorry to all the Rabbitoh fans out there. My bad. But
I don't understand why they don't put as much
so.
effort. Why they don't put as much effort into the arts, music, as they do into sport.
Well, there was that debate recently, I think, on Studio 10. What's her name?
Tina
Arena cracked it because
I don't
they're
blame
pumping
her.
a lot of effort into the sports and not so much the art. So, agreed.
Yeah.
There needs to be balance. What about you? What's happening in your world?
Look, I got to tell you, man. I did my taxes. I got to find $20,000 to pay some taxes, but that's okay. I like to. You just got to pay it. You earn the money. You got to pay it. You know.
Pay the piper.
Because I haven't managed to do. I used to spend a lot of money on travel for the channel. I was trying to do the travel. See.
Yeah.
Because I can't even get catalogs from my local ADs. They hate me. They hate me.
Why's that?
Because I never fucking bought anything. I'm a tire kicker. Okay? That's the reason. I'm a tire kicker. I can't pay fucking retail prices. I want discounts and I buy pre-owned.
Speaking
I've got to tell
of
you,
ADs and buying pre-owned and so forth.
Yes.
How's our friend David SW? David SW going?
David
SW is
going
lately,
amazing.
or?
He's amazing. I got to tell you, man. I don't know why anybody would play the AD games. It's all bullshit. Just pay the piper. I say this. Just get one Rolex. Get it done.
Get it done. Yeah.
Ethan, why don't you
get an Air King?
Because he's a van. He's a vac cleaning. He's air cleaning. Yeah, Air King would be perfect for the business, man.
I have to explain to people what it is. Like this is the Air King.
Didn't one time Archie have the Explorer one, the Milgauss, and an Air King?
Yeah, I did.
Wouldn't you get the Explorer if you're cleaning vents? Because like in there, you can't tell if it's night or day. Like
I do have a driving Explorer. I don't know.
What? You've got an Explorer?
Yeah, I drive an Explorer, so
That's an exploder. That's an exploder. They're not a good vehicle. You know
They
this.
run good.
The Fords are super reliable.
Yeah, they make good
They're
trucks.
not reliable. Those V8s are trouble. You know that.
They make better trucks than cars.
My dad
Yes,
had a
they
truck
do.
for like 15 years, an Explorer.
Hey, Rolex, what's going on there, man?
Nothing. Just hanging out. I went out Friday. I've just been laying low since then.
In the Porsche?
No. I went out and had some drinks at a friend's house.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
You're not going for a drive in the mountains today?
No, I'm not going in and drive in the mountains.
How far from the mountains are you?
Pretty close actually. Pretty close. Do you guys know where Big Bear is by any chance? Anybody?
No.
No? Okay. It's like the mountains. It's not too far for me. So I could definitely go to the mountains if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So there's
I hear a
200
lot of-
people watching, right?
Yes.
And if every person immediately donates $100, that should be Archie's tax bill paid for. Okay?
There we go.
You understand this or no?
Thank you, Green Room. Thank you, Green Room. Yeah, I got to pay the piper. I got to pay the piper soon. Got to pay the piper. SR Bell 67, $5 AC. Is it ever advisable to trade in a yellow gold ceramic blue sub for a yellow gold Yachtmaster 2? No, I'd never do that. The sub is beautiful. I don't mind the Yachtmaster 2. It's a chunky monkey, big watch. People love it because it's big. But I wouldn't do it. And RD, £5, top 3 Bond films of all time. Watching No Time to Die on Wednesday.
I heard it was
See,
bad.
I liked Goldfinger. I also liked the first one. That was GoldenEye when he had the Z3 in it, wasn't it? That was GoldenEye. I
Yes,
think,
that was GoldenEye. Yep. Yep.
GoldenEye. Then I also liked some of the Roger Moore Bond films. There was one where he had a GTV that jumped into the train. I used to love the Alpha GTVs. Remember the GTVs?
Yep.
And then there was also I liked that was GoldenEye with the 7 Series BMW as well, wasn't it? That was GoldenEye.
Or
You know, the
is it-
remote
No, that
control.
was it's the next one, not GoldenEye. The one with
Casino
the,
Royale. I liked Casino
magazine.
Royale with Daniel Craig in it. I thought that was pretty cool. Rolex, no.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Omega. Rolex, no. Omega. That was a great movie. I liked that. That was great. People are flagging the new Bond movie. They're not saying it's. Have you heard anything about the new Bond movie?
It's because the new Bond is going to be a woman now.
No, but the one that they're just releasing. You know, that one. People are saying it's not that great.
Yeah, I think they're just mad about the ending.
What happens?
Apparently, Daniel Craig dies, and then the new Bond is a woman.
Oh, well, everyone knows that. Come on.
Yeah.
But her name is still Bond?
No, she's 00. What did they call her? 008 or something like that? I don't know. But it's dumb. It doesn't make sense.
Just before he dies, he tells everyone to get vaccinated and vote for Joe Biden.
True. Yeah. My 3, I've got From Russia with Love, I've got Goldfinger, and I've got Live and Let Die. So 2 Connery, 1 Roger Moore.
Green Room, have you heard the rap song Vax That Thing Up?
No, but I can imagine.
You remember that song, Back That Thing Up? They remixed it to be Vax That Thing Up.
I got to tell you guys, it's getting pretty damn good. I can't wait for them to start international travel.
Archie, how quickly can you get a passport? Because I don't have a passport, surprise. How quickly can you get it done?
Well, it doesn't take that long anyhow. Just fill out the forms and do it at your post office.
Few weeks, I think they'd have to do a background check and whatever, and then I think it's like a month.
Yeah, it's not that long. It's going to be a
Wait,
month
looking
before you
to
can
leave
go
the country
anywhere
in a
anyhow.
hurry? Yeah.
Archie, myself, and you, Timely, we're all going on a trip
Oh yeah, where we go?
to Singapore, Bangkok. Where are we actually going,
Japan.
Archie? We're going to
well,
Japan. Yeah.
well, you
We're going
can't go
Japan.
to
We're
you
going to
can't go
visit
to
Marcelo's
Thailand because it
restaurant.
doesn't have that approval. You know, otherwise we've got to quarantine when you come back. David N. $2. This will be the next Bond.
I'd watch the
That
hell out
guy,
of that.
that guy is completely out of his mind. That
I'd
guy is
watch the
completely
hell out
out
of
of
that.
his mind. I don't know what's happened to this. It's a disaster. I don't know what to say. It's just pretty bad. Timely, we haven't seen you for a couple of days. What's going on?
Again, not too much. Just been working pretty much and enjoying what's the sunshine. We're just getting a nice bit of weather now, so just trying to enjoy what I can.
How is
I had
the
a question
watch
for you.
flipping? How have you flipped? Because you flip
dead.
low end watches, don't you?
Yeah, it's dead. There's nothing buying or selling at the moment unless it's Rolex. Nothing moves.
Yes, unless it's Rolex.
That's a
Unless it's
question.
Rolex.
What would be a good price to get that IWC Portugueser at?
I got to
Yeah,
tell you, man, it's pretty bad, you know. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. RD, $2. Rolex. How's the Batgirl? Do you miss the Wimbledon? Good question.
Love it. I love the Batgirl. I love the Jubilee bracelet on it. Do I miss the Wimbledon? Not really, no.
You were
Zowie,
umming and ahhing about that piece anyway.
What'd you say?
The Wimbledon, you were umming and ahhing about that piece anyway. I remember you were on here with Archie and you're like, should I get it? Shouldn't I? They offered me, I didn't get it straight away. And
yeah, it was a little bit of an impulse buy, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's crazy how everything worked
out well.
In favor.
Sorry, Archie.
I got to tell you there, Zowie, $3 has a small donation for Green Room Thailand trip. There we go, Green Room. When are we going, man? Let's go. Let's get out of here. Put the lawn care business on hold and let's go. I got to tell you, man, seriously, the world is going to open up. It's going to get a lot better. It's going to be fine. It'll be all fine. Don't worry about it.
If you have a watch, right, that was going to be an Archie luxury watch, right, something that a brand would work with you on and develop and design, or they would just get a particular existing line and sort of do a special
I got to
edition
tell you
of
this.
For you, what would it be?
Timely, I would have to refer to Groucho Marx. I would never support a watch that a brand would want to work with me with. Okay.
Good answer.
What was it? I would never want to be a part
I
of
would never recommend a watch that a brand would want to work with me on. Okay.
Yeah. Every
I'll
time
work
I've
with
seen
any
some
brand that won't
special...
have me as an ambassador. You know that?
Sounds
How's
good.
that? Look, I got to tell you guys, seriously, I reckon one and done. Just get yourself a beautiful Rolex. That is it, man.
Super chat.
Here we go. So Rocco Sales, $5 for fike's sake. It's Wimbledon, not Wimbledon. 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 Don, not ton.
Yeah, I said that.
And while we're on that,
nasty.
it's Jaguar, not Jaguar.
People seem to be
Jaguar.
Really
Jaguar. Tomato, 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 potato, potato.
Yeah.
I got to tell you guys, seriously, got to get out there with the wristwatches. Get that wristwatch business happening.
Hey, how much?
We're coming into summertime now, so it's the perfect time.
Sorry,
to start
what were
joining.
you saying there?
How much would be a good price to get that IWC Portugueser?
Look, they're a great watch. They're a great watch, but you know what? You're better off with Rolex. Get the Milgauss because you're into the scientific chemicals and vacuuming. Get the Milgauss. That's a much better heavy. Well, you wouldn't want to wear it at work anyhow, would you? You wouldn't wear a good watch when you're vacuuming up rodents. Vacuuming up the rodents. The
Well, you
Pine
can't-
Barren, $5. Arch, if you get a Wimbledon fluted Jubilee from AD at retail, would you pick one up? Yeah, that's a great watch. That is
You would,
beautiful.
Arch?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Interesting.
You
Why?
would
Because
have to.
they do so well on the second hand.
No, I think it's a great watch. It is beautiful, and there's something in it. You know, I would prefer the fluted bezel is probably the smooth bezel will be better because it's cheaper for me. I'd like to get it as
Would you
you
do
know,
it that
bang-
Would you do it my configuration, smooth bezel, oyster band?
Yeah, that'd be the best, man. Of
Yeah.
course. Of
Yeah.
course, man. That's the coolest way. Doc BBC, $2. Cold flu season will bring more lockdowns. Sorry. Well, the
Oh,
good news is we're actually coming into summer, Doc, because we're in the southern hemisphere.
oh yeah. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so we are actually reverse to you guys there. So I've got to be honest with you guys. Seriously, man. The Wristwatches, I reckon one Rolex. I think this is what's coming out. One Rolex, one and done. Absolutely. One Rolex, one and done. Green room. Maybe just
Yeah.
get the Milgauss. Trade in the Datejust and get a Milgauss.
No, I don't want to do that. Look, I could
Why
get a
not?
Milgauss, but that's it.
You
I'm
should
kind of-
save your money, Green Room. I would trade in that Datejust, get a Milgauss, and then get something else later, like a Seamaster
could-
or something.
But maybe he just needs a beautiful Milgauss. That's all you really need, isn't it? What
I know
more do you
just need
want?
One. You
One
just
and
need
done.
One good work.
Look,
But-
I really like my Datejust, but what I'm saying is, that, I never want to sell Rolex, even though you're actually saying I traded it in. But I could do a Milgauss now
Mm-hmm.
without having to sell the Datejust. So I'd rather just buy the Milgauss and be happy with one steel piece. You understand this
point.
or no?
What's
Good
the
point.
What's the price difference between a Milgauss and an Air King? Is it a lot or
A little bit. Depends which
The Air
Milgauss.
King's
Like
cheaper.
1,000? The Air King's cheaper? And I'm talking retail. Is it like 1,000 difference or more?
Depends which Milgauss you get to. The Z Blue over here is like 14 Australian, whereas
Bit
the
more.
black is around 12.5.
I thought they're the same price retail. Retail.
No.
They're the same
Oh,
price.
retail, yeah. Sorry,
But you can't get them
I'm always
retail.
looking at
Retail.
grey.
Jim Collis, $3. One Rolex to rule them all.
So if I walk
turn
into the authorized dealer and I
Yeah.
ask for that weird science watch, they're not going to be able to just. They don't have one.
Yeah, especially if you
Saying.
ask like that. Can I get that
Weird
weird
science with the weird lightning bolt from Harry Potter that he has on his
Yeah.
head. That one. And they don't
Yeah,
have
and can I see it? Because I don't know if I go the blue or the black one.
Yes, imagine
And they'll
saying
say,
that.
and over here, I'll say, certainly, sir, you can see one. We have a demonstration model sitting in the window just for display that you can try on.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
right.
we can't sell
That's
it to
exactly
you.
right.
yeah. Do you
They
think
can't
do you
sell
think
you
Ro-
nothing.
However, we do have a brochure we can give you.
Is that
Do you
your
think
house
Rolex-
out the front? Your house looks expensive.
Hold on.
Timely. Is
Oh,
that your
wow.
house?
Yeah.
It's all brick.
Brick's good.
Wow.
Hey, just an update here. An Air King at retail is $6,450, and a Milgauss is $8,300.
There you go.
6,000. That's not bad.
No, it's not that bad, but there's a big price differentiation between the two for sure.
What's
And it's
And
strange
price
because they
of
both
the-
use the same case, don't they? They got the
same case, same movement.
Both
One
say
got-
Rolex.
The Air
And
King
like
is
it
a
says, if you get
is a
the
bargain.
Milgauss, you get the Z Blue.
What about
I
what's
got
the
offered an
retail of
Air
the
King.
price? With
I got
the
offered
three
an Air King
circles
like
in
a
it.
month and a half ago, and I didn't get it.
You got offered what?
I got offered an Air King a month and a half ago.
Retail.
Yeah, retail.
Okay. I would have taken
From
that.
the AD or where from?
My AD.
That's the one you got the back girl from.
No, this was a different one. They offered me the Wimbledon and
But
the
how many do you want to have? I mean, seriously.
exactly.
You know,
How many Rolexes do you need? It's crazy. I have 2, and
All of them.
I'm pretty good.
that's amazing. But some people can't get nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But if I was in the market, I don't know. I might go Air King over Milgauss.
I'd be like, yeah.
It's a good deal.
Any of those Steel Sports are great watches.
I mean, you've had all 3, Arch. You had the Explorer, you had the Air King, and you had the Milgauss.
Yeah.
And you had, what else did you have? You had the Bluesy, the Daytona.
Yeah.
All
But
at
you know,
the
the
same
funny
time.
thing is that the Milgauss isn't much different retail from the Explorer 2. I reckon the Explorer 2 is a much better watch.
If you're,
The prices are very similar.
yeah, am I crazy in thinking the Air King is a really good deal when you look at all the prices?
It's a great watch. And I think I'd rather have an Air King over an Oyster Perpetual.
The new 41.
Yeah, you know, the crazy colors and that. I'd rather have the Air King. I reckon.
If you got offered a black OP41 and an Air King, you would go Air King?
Can you pull up a picture of the Air King?
Sure, the Air King. It's a beautiful watch. Everybody loves their Air Kings, that's for sure. Rolex Air King. Let's call this baby up. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Look at that there. 369. And the 5-minute markers there. Absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful watch. And you can put it on a rubber. That green looks cool. The rubber.
Yeah, but you gotta keep
here we go. RD, 5 pounds. Thoughts on the Omega C Speedmaster Moon Watch 321 Platinum with Moon Meteorite dial, sub dials, ultimate Omega piece. Oh man. I think I just want the steel one. You know that?
I think I pass on that one.
I just want the steel. It is
Someone
cool.
Someone in the chat is saying that it's the worst style in Rolex history. My question is, what is the best dial in Rolex history?
It kind of looks like an Explorer.
It's a beefy Explorer one.
It'd have to be the Milgauss, wouldn't it? That's the best dial in history.
In history?
Yeah, look at this. Because it's got the funky hands. Look at that. It's got the Harry Potter wand. It's got the wand in it. Look at that.
The weird science watch, you know.
How is that not gorgeous?
The weird science watch with Harry Potter.
Hey, are you guys into fancy bags?
Yeah, what do you got? Tell us what you've got there. Bring it up. What's he got? He's got a fancy bag. We're into our purses. Our purses and pussies we're into. Da-da-da-da. What is this bag?
It's a Gurkha bag.
It's a what? Gurkha?
Yeah, I use this for my classes and stuff.
Man, that looks really cool.
It's a nice bag. Leather and stuff.
That looks great. Who got you that?
It's a lifetime kind of bag, you know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
This guy, he could be the judge. He looks like the guy from Night Court. Remember that TV program in the 80s, Night Court? Do any of you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Night Court?
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like the guy from Night Court?
Yeah.
He's got his own swagger. He's got his own.
Get rid of the.
He's got his own swagger there.
The Coach portfolio.
Oh, isn't that so cool, man?
Very cool.
What more do you want?
Yeah.
What more do you want? I got to tell you guys, Rolex is the way to go, man. Go with Rolex. Rolex is the most. Look at this. How could you not love this, man? I think all of the Rolexes are gorgeous. Look at this here, the Explorer 2. How do you not love that?
Aren't you pulling this one out the safe, Arch?
Sorry?
You're gonna pull this one out the safe soon, right?
Yeah. I can't wait. It's a beautiful watch. How could you not love this watch? It's beautiful.
That is a special piece.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And to be honest, it's not your quintessential Rolex look either.
Yeah, it's a great daily wear that doesn't scream Rolex.
If you look at the entire Rolex range, yeah, even the GMTs look like the subs, and the OPs look like the Explorers and the Milgausers and so forth. But this stands alone.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. If I was going to add another Rolex, I think it would be the Air King. If I was going to.
But you've already got two amazing watches. You know
There's
that?
no
I don't
point
blame you.
Yeah. But if I was, I think that's the one I would go for.
Yankee Doodle, $2. Ethan, top 3 most masculine men's colognes.
Polo green.
Well, if you want to smell like a badass, go with Dark Rebel. This one is
John
kind of
Ventos.
Yeah, it's a lot of resinous kind of stuff. It makes you smell like you just got off a motorcycle.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got some WD-40 in the garage.
There you go.
Just a bit of that.
Behind your ear.
Yeah. I don't really go for the super masculine stuff. I really like Encre Noir. This one's cheap too. It's really good.
Ouds. You'd have to pick an oud there too. Ouds are all
You gotta
in.
go with oud wood. This is the original. This is what made oud a mainstream fragrance note. Oud wood.
Yes. I got to tell you guys, seriously, Rolex is the way to go. How could you not pick Rolex? Look at this dude here. Jumper and jeans. Man, this is what you want. Rolex. You want to wear Rolex. I would also say, man, deep sea. I would love to have a deep sea. You know,
Ooh,
I reckon that is so
big, though.
fancy wancy. A big, deep sea.
You would buy this?
Consider trading.
I just love it. I just think they look gorgeous, don't you?
I mean, you got the wrist for it for sure.
A deep sea. They're just monster. The biggest Rolexes ever made. Monster. You could go down scuba diving far deeper than your lungs could support you.
Would you consider trading the Explorer 2 for it?
No.
That one at Vintage Watch Co. or whatever?
Would I trade my sub for it? The problem with the sub is it's just so versatile. I don't know if I'd want to get rid of it. The sub is just so cool. I love my sub. And MJT got it for me. I don't think I could do it. But I got to tell you guys, it's all because of bubble back. You got to remember the Rolex bubble backs. These were the bubble backs, man. This is where Rolex got waterproofing. These were the ones, man. It's a bubble back. Rolex bubble backs. Waterproof. This was the whole idea of Rolex. Waterproof watches. This was what made Rolex famous. Waterproof wristwatches. Absolutely gorgeous, man. Just got to remember Rolex itself. They own that space. And I got to tell you, Rolex, Yankee Doodle, $2 Arch. Arch, do you think a sub can last 5,000 years? Whew. Well, I mean, anything will last. I mean, let's put it this way. Fossils, as long as someone looks after it and caretakes it, everything will last. The only thing is, will we still have 24 hours in the day? Maybe the seconds will change.
Why do you keep bringing that up, Arch? I feel like you're legit scared.
Yeah, that's right. See,
we're gonna get screwed over.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But I got to tell you, man, Rolex. What more do you want? You just want a nice, good steel Rolex, Submariner. What more does a man really need? I reckon a bluesy. That'd be beautiful, man. What more does a man want?
In a
Look at these things. They're just gorgeous. What more does a man need?
I've got a different take on the question.
Mm-hmm.
So will it last 5,000 years if it runs? No.
Sorry? If it runs, it won't work. Good point. 5,000 years is a long time. Remember that, Timely. Hello? Hello, Timely. I got to tell you, green
I was going
room.
to say before, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yep.
4 or 5,000 years.
Yes, I was going to say 5,000 years if it runs, probably not. Obviously, because every part wears, the mechanics of it, you need to find replacement bits. But if it's just sitting there in a temperature controlled environment, anything can last 5,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, 5,000 years is not a long time on the planet's scheme of things, is it?
Listen, my internet.
Yeah. I got to ask you, where's Lolex gone? Lolex, where's Lolex gone? He's fallen out. And we've got Green Room. Green Room? Are you there, Green Room?
I'm here, Archie. How are you?
Hey, Green Room. I want to say to you, man, all you need is one Rolex. That's all you need. One and done. Rolex for life. What more do you need? One Rolex. That's all you need for life.
I really like the Lange 1.
Yes, you know, if you stopped mucking around and concentrate on this vent cleaning business, you could get one.
That's my goal.
Exactly what I reckon. That's exactly what you should do. So let's have a look at a van, a GM van. GM van. That's what we want. A GM. This is what you want. One of these. Okay. Get one of these. That's what you want. Okay. Just a white, just a typical jerk in a white van. Look at that. That's what you want. A jerk in a white van.
That's it. Put a little sign on there.
The Pine Barren, $10. I've heard another reviewer refer to the Rolex Smurf as lipstick on a pig. He was saying, why so much gold and price into a watch of slightly above average horology? Thoughts? You could say that about a lot of things. And the answer is, I don't think that's being fair, because gold as a metal feels very different to steel. It is quite fun. Gold's got a different aura to it. And the Smurf, I think that's a bit nasty, you know. But
hey, Arch, with the Smurf at the restaurant, Austin, he says to me, how you say in English? You know, you understand this or no?
Thank you, Green Room. Thank you, Green Room. We want to get you a van, Ethan. What do you think of these vans?
Yeah, I mean, that's
GM
kind of
van.
That's
nice big van.
Yeah.
Go and get a van.
You just need a good looking one, a new one.
Yeah. How much do these vans cost?
Probably 30, 40,000 new.
Let's go on to Auto Trader.
You can find them. You can find them.
Auto Trader. We can find a van for you. I'm going to find one for you. We're going to find one. We're going to buy. We want a used one, and we're going to find a van for you. Or why the fuck does it put it into Australia? I want American. At least I know I'm free, proud to be an American.
We used to be free. couple years ago.
We want a general GM. We want a GM, GMC. And what brand of van do they have? What's those vans called?
No,
What's the van? What's it called?
And the GMC?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't had a GMC. I've had the Chevy.
And what postcode? Give me a postcode. 90210. That's Beverly Hills. I know that from TV. 90210.
Try 44 whatever.
44. No, that doesn't work. What postcode do you have? 44. Give me the
44303. Hopefully nobody can track me down.
Floors.
4 floors of whores. There we go. We've got a look at this. Some nice. We want a minivan. Minivan. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't need a ton of space. So.
No, but you got to look the part. You got to look the part. Okay.
Like a small van would be nice.
Yeah, these vans are. Oh, here's a van for $5-6 grand. That's a bit old. That one.
Yeah.
36,000 for a new van. A Savannah. That's what you want. A Savannah.
If I had something I could really do like a wide radius, I could make a lot more money, like quickly, because I only do within like a 30-mile radius.
There's some nice vans out here. So you want a Savannah? That's what we want. We want a Savannah.
Yeah, it's Savannah.
50-mile radius. 50 mile. We want a used van. And we want. Yep. Okay. There we go. Let's go for it. Phew, I got to tell you, there's some good vans out there, man. Get a van.
I could go about 20,000 on a decent van.
Yeah, I reckon. So that's not bad, really. $20,000.
Yeah.
If we go for say 10 to 20,000, we don't want a piece of garbage. Oops, that is a piece of garbage.
That is a few super chats.
Let's have a look at what vans we've got there. Where's the vans? We want a Savannah. What do we want there? Where's the Savannah vans? That's what we want. Used cars. We want a GMC, and we want a Savannah. We want a Savannah. Fuck, we just so many fucking choices here. You know this? Here we go. This is Savannah 1500. Oh, that's a nice van. It's got a bit too many Ks on it for us. Jesus. Why is it so hard to buy a vehicle in America? What the hell is the problem at the moment?
Well, the thing is, you can find them, but the good deals are not on these websites. You have to just drive around. Like I found my Explorer. It was just a fluke. I saw it at first I thought $800, but then the tires were like brand new. So I stopped and I talked to him, and it only had 90,000 miles on it. So I got my car. It's been driving for years now for $800.
Timely behavior, $3. Thanks for having me on. Always fun. Thank you, Timely. And we got AMG, $5. AC. Some of your most popular YouTube's vids have been related to Grand Seiko. Why don't you have one yet? Recommend SGBA 375 for you. Spectacular piece. I totally agree. I got to get a Grand Seiko. I do agree with that. And we've got Sirocco Sales. Does Green Room have a van?
No.
Have you heard of van life? If the business goes bad, you could go into van life, Ethan. You know that?
That's my kind of life. I like.
Have you heard of van life?
Of course.
Yeah. Know what van life is?
Heck yeah. It's where you kid out in your van and just live in it. I mean, there's lots of people doing that.
Exactly right, man. Van life. You just gotta. You just want to live in your van. And man, why do you need to connect into the grid? Why do you need to be in the grid? You understand? You want to be. Look at this. Look at the life, man. That's what I want. I want a van life. Look at this.
Yeah, me too.
Thought we were going to get a
free.
truck.
Look at that. He doesn't have a mortgage.
Yeah. Yeah, but what's he doing to make his money? You got to have some money.
I think he sells weed on the side, okay? Look at these nice couple. They just run a nice van, nice clean cut van. Look at that. Just nice, cozy Americans. Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up in 10 minutes. 330,000 people. That's why. I've got to tell you, I wish you well, Ethan. It's been great having you on there. Favorite oud? Van Life and Rolex. That's what I want to see. Van Life and Rolex. Van Life and Rolex. That's what we want there, man. Van Life and Rolex. What do you reckon? Van Life and Rolex. Hey? Super chat. Sirocco Sales. Here we go. Live and work from your van. I said this before for Fike Safe. Look, I think, Ethan, I wish you well, man. May your life be full of Tom Ford oud. And I really hope we've given you a few pointers. Now you can embrace the beast and you can do very, very well. I want to thank you for coming on. Just before I go there, my dream Rolex, I would say it'd be an 8171. I love these. These are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful Rolex. Look at these here. These are a triple date. Moon phase. Absolutely love these. Van Life. Guys, check it out. Van Life. Give up on materialism and go for the van.
Yeah. Listen to some Van Morrison in your van.
Exactly. Can wear those sneakers, Converse Vans. You know? Guys, we've got 9 minutes to go. Let's keep a couple super chats coming in. Before we go, I would say, Ethan, I hope I've inspired you. Get a beautiful van and do well. Green room. Would you ever go into, what do you think of, has any ideas you've learned today?
Yeah, I do need to get some type of ute or van, I think, for the future. And as you were talking about yesterday or the other day, some type of tax write-off for that. Yeah,
100% write-off. Get a Honda lawnmower. You know those Honda lawnmowers?
I think this could be a good, kind of a good gimmick in a way for your channel. To just kind of have people on and just kind of give them some pointers how to. It's weird. It's simple, but you kind of sometimes, I don't know. You need to hear somebody say things. You know
how people call up Dave Ramsey.
Yes,
a bit like that.
Yeah, well, I know about him.
I got to tell you, Ethan's got a good business. The hardest thing is most people is finding their calling. Like to find a nice business that is not too, you don't need too much qualifications and entry barriers to have a business that you're doing well in it, man. I would seriously give it a good squirt. And I think that's a great way to go. It's Ohio. So where is Ohio? Just tell us, because we've got some Australians here.
It's the heart of it all.
It's the heart of America.
Yeah.
So what state?
It's the only state that's kind of shaped like America.
So what states are around you?
Illinois, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Cleveland's in Ohio. Yeah. It's like northeast,
How far to New York?
It's about 7 or 8 hours, depending on how fast you drive.
Okay, and how far to California?
It's about a day and a half drive.
Okay. And you were born and raised in Ohio?
Yeah, but I lived in Boston for 4 years, and I've lived all over the country.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
That's the way to go. Living the American dream. Guys, I'm going to wrap this baby up. Thank you so much for being on today. It's been a pleasure.
Wow.
We had some good Wristwatch talk. Wristwatches. Green room, any watch? What's your favorite? What's your exit steel sports Rolex? What would you go for?
My exit steel sports Rolex, as in
Rolex Sports. What would you go for? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This
I
here.
would
Look
just
at
go
this.
for a black dial Milgauss with the crystal, with the green crystal
Black
sapphire. I'd be very
dial
happy with that.
Milgauss.
Super chat from Pine Barren.
Pine Barren. We love our Pine Barren. $10. Arch, have you ever seen the show WKRP in Cincinnati? Yes, Family Ties. I used to love Family Ties. WKRP in Cincinnati. Remember that family? You guys can't remember that. Okay. Yes. Have you ever seen the show WKRP in Cincinnati? Yes. Family Ties. I remember that. Yes, I do, in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, I'll give you a little hint where I live. LeBron James went to school like a block away from where I'm at right now.
Wow, that's so cool, man. So it snows there, and you have...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And in summer, it's hot?
Yeah, it's weird. They say with Ohio, you know, it can change drastically minute to minute. It's true.
Yeah. Green Room, would you ever like to go in a van around America? Van
I'd rather
life.
drive around in a truck in America, okay?
Yeah. Well, I hitchhiked around America after college, and it was a good time. I feel like I got it in right before all this PC liberal bullshit.
Tell me this, you hitchhiked. Was that dangerous?
At times, slightly, but I don't know.
What was the weirdest thing you had? Someone picked you up, but they had guns? What would have... Tell me.
Well, one time I had a woman... I just got off a train. I hopped a little train, and I was at one of these like free meal things, and this woman invited me to come stay at her place. And
how old was this woman?
She was, I think, I was 29. I think she was probably mid to late 30s. She gave me a pain pill, and she told me I could sleep in her bed, and then she eventually got in, and she was okay. She wasn't very attractive to me, but she got in and she tried to start messing around, but I wasn't into it. Plus, she had a kid that was wandering around her apartment. It was kind of sleazy, and yeah, that was pretty weird. That was not my kind of thing, really, but that was one weird thing that happened. One night I found myself in the middle of a dispensary in the middle of the night in Northern California, and I got chased out of there by pit bulls and guys with flashlights. So I had some little close...
What were you doing staying in a dispensary? That's a chemist. That's a chemist, Green Room. A chemist. A dispensary is a chemist, Green Room. Okay. What the hell were you sleeping in a dispensary for, please?
It's a crazy story. So I was camped out in this little ravine next to a highway, and I camped out, and I was in like a little camp hammock, and all of a sudden black bears started approaching me in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Fuck! Black bears?
Black bears. I
fucked me dead.
Yeah, so I just started packing all my crap. I chased them away because black bears are pretty skittish, but I ended up just like wandering up through the woods in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden I could barely see, but I started seeing all these greenhouses. And all of a sudden I realized I was in the middle, because Northern California is where everybody grows weed. You know, it's like the major place. And all of a sudden I start realizing I'm in the middle of somebody's dispensary, and people go missing in places like that. Yeah.
Pine Barren, $5. Arch, I think he means marijuana dispensary. Okay. Yeah. So what happened then?
So I start, all of a sudden the light comes on. This is the middle of the night. Light comes on. It's pitch black. I can't even see.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden these dogs start barking, the pit bulls. And
did you say, hey guys, I'm just here. Starting to get attacked.
By the grace of God, I reached out. I was just wandering around. I reached out I felt the gate. So I couldn't see. It was black. I hopped over that gate and just started running.
What about your tent and all your shit? What did you do with that?
No, I had that on me. I did lose my hammock, but I packed most of my stuff up real fast. Yeah. that was with the black bears. I had my stuff packed, and then I wandered into the dispensary. But I had a lot of things like that. I mean, the cool thing about hitchhiking like that is you never know what's going to happen. Every day is totally unknown, and it was one of the best times of my life. I lived on Venice Beach for a month. I met some woman and lived with her in LA for a month. I tried stand-up comedy at all the Laugh Factory and the Comedy Store and all that. I just had a good time. I was just,
So what happened to this woman? She asked you to stay with her. How old was she?
She was a little older. She was probably like 40. I met her. So one day I went to Whole Foods because I was just sick of staying on the beach.
Yeah.
So I went to Whole Foods. I got some beer and just sat on the patio and got drunk.
Yeah.
And at one point, Cheech from Cheech and Chong, he showed up and he ate sushi on the patio. It was kind of cool. But this woman came and she's sitting on the patio talking to this guy. And I don't know, I just felt like we were vibing. And so the guy got up and left. She got up to leave. And I was on the phone. I said, hey, hold on a second. And she stayed. So we got to talking. And about an hour, we went, picked up my stuff out of my storage unit, and I moved in with her. Yeah. And she ended up letting me drive her. She had a little Mazda convertible. And she was great, She was nice.
And what happened then?
It got to a point where I could tell she kind of thought I was going to be like her pet or something. And one night I just had this epiphany. I need to get the hell out of here. So I packed up my stuff and I was just like, I'm sorry, I got to go. And I went back to the beach. So.
Was she wealthy, that lady?
Well, she had kind of like one of these side businesses. She was an energy healer. She did that like online with people. But she took me on a little trip up to Carmel.
Were you sleeping with her? Did you have a relationship?
No.
You never slept with her?
She wanted to. I didn't. I kept it, cordial. I liked her.
You never slept with her?
I wasn't attracted to her. I really.
So what? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I didn't want.
So what?
Yeah, I wasn't looking for that, But she did. She took me on a trip to Carmel once, and we shared a hotel room there, and we actually got into a wrestling match. There's all this energy, so I just started throwing her around onto the bed and stuff, because I don't know why. I didn't want to, I didn't want to take it to that level with her, but I did throw her around a little bit, but she was cool.
You know what term I could use for you?
What's that?
You're a hobosexual.
Okay. Yeah, I had a good time. I did have a good time. She had rich parents. Her parents were like Beverly Hills people. So she didn't really care. But you know what? I'm the type of person, like, I would even buy some groceries and try to chip in, but after a month I couldn't take it anymore. It was just too stifling. And I was doing the stand-up comedy, and then after that I got into music. And the cool
How was the stand-up comedy?
It was fun. I don't think I was any good, although I had one person at the Laugh Factory that worked there tell me I had potential. But I don't know. I like music. I ended up making friends with some musicians and ended up just hitchhiking around, playing music at different places. People, it's like if you have a puppy or a guitar, people just help you. People will hook you up. And it was really just a good time. And I got lucky on the stock market. I was day trading and I made like $4,000 out of 700. So I had some money, just enough to, get by, but it was just a great time. I got kicked out of the Rainbow Room one night. Have you ever been to LA?
No.
Oh, you should go, man. It will blow your mind, especially girls. You could go up to any girl of any level of beauty and get her number, but believe me, because everyone's so open to making connections there. It's crazy, especially from a kid from Ohio. It blew my mind.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the women, they're almost like foreign women there. They are more, more sexually expressive, and yet they're more ready to kind of like let a man lead. You know what I mean? So it's a great place. I think everybody should go to LA at least once.
Yes. Yes. That's an incredible story. And what stopped you? You're going to a commune. Someone like you with your stories, you could have gone into a commune and still be there.
I once had a ride. I had a ride from San Francisco to right outside of LA with a bunch of people. It seemed like a cult. They were going to Burning Man, but yeah, there's a lot of cultish stuff going on there for sure. But it's just not my thing.
No.
Yeah. Yeah,
Man, that's an amazing trip you've had there. You've had the cults. So any other women you manage on your trips there to get free board and room from?
I mean, I got a lot of women help me out. I got a ride from a girl once who it was an overnight ride. We camped on the beach in Northern California, but it was just a great ride, you know. It's amazing. But yeah, and then I met one of my best friends on Venice Beach, and he's a musician. When we ended up traveling a lot together, and then he wanted to go to Boston because of this girl that he was seeing. So I said, "What the hell? Let's go to Boston." I ended up living there for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do your parents do?
My mom was a retired school teacher, and my dad is my dad. So my dad's side of the family, they're well off, and my uncle used to be a clerk for the Supreme Court of Vermont. But like all my cousins went to Oxford and Stanford and stuff like that. But my dad is like the black sheep, so he never really did anything. He just kind of screwed around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's unfortunately kind of probably why I'm a little like that. You know?
Sure. But you've led a good life. You've tried a lot of shit. You've done a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And
now I'm trying to build something, you know.
Yeah, that's the way to go, guys. So guys, I'm going to wrap this baby up. Thank you so much for coming on. Great show today, and we will see you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Bye.
See you